Submit to the High Council this week on World Class Bullshitters. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is a man who needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway because he deserves it. The master of the pie, the comic artist pro himself, Ethan Van Sciver.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here. My name is Ethan Van Sciver from ComicArtistProSecrets, world's most charming man, great big Star Wars fan. Great to be joining both of you gentlemen on World Class Bullshitters and the High Council. Thank you.
And the other member for tonight is a man, you know him, you love him, you hail him, Lord Doomcock.
Hail, YouTube. Hail to the High Council. Submit to the High Council, damn it. And it's a great pleasure to be here, gentlemen. Thank you for the invitation.
We're happy to have you.
Always welcome.
Yeah.
So it's been a weird week for me. I've been out of commission for the most part. We had the holiday, but the High Council is back, I guess, to, continue the discussion on the never-ending battle between the fandom menace and Star Wars, to talk about all the Star Wars news, rumors, and speculation. So, Ethan, Doomcock, have you guys heard anything big in the world of Star Wars that you want to start out with, or do we want to start talking with this Luke Skywalker from Episode 7? Have you guys seen that image?
Yeah. I just did a video on it, and I don't know what's going on, but they are trying to single-handedly destroy Luke Skywalker today. Now there are two images. I want to know which one that you're referring to, because there are two completely one is completely soy-based, and the other one is like the most misunderstood image. That people are using it to excuse Roundhead Ryan Johnson, and there's no excuse for Roundhead Ryan Johnson. They're wrong. So the question is, which image are you talking about? Are you talking about the fill-in for Luke Skywalker in The Force Awakens, or the initial concept art for Luke Skywalker?
We'll talk about both of them, but let's start with the fill-in Luke Skywalker, the one that is so bad it's good. That actor. So give me a moment. I'm going to pull this up for the listeners out there. But Ethan, you clearly have seen it. Doomcock, if you've seen it, chime in. What were you guys' thoughts?
Well, the one that Ethan was talking about, the concept art one with the kind of slightly droopy eyelid that Luke
We'll get to that. Go to the other one first, because he's going to hit that secondly.
I haven't seen the other one, so go ahead and pop that sucker up.
All right, give me
I'm
just
sharpening my knives.
Star Wars Canadian Community Theater presents Luke Skywalker. This is absolutely dreadful, and shame on J.J. Abrams, Doomcock. I don't know what this guy. I don't know how J.J. Abrams has gotten his reputation. Well, he did one good episode of Lost, the pilot. The rest of it was all downhill. And now what? Look what he's doing. He wanted to recast Mark Hamill.
Oh, Christ.
I mean,
that's insane. That is insane. Jar Jar Abrams is a locust. I mean, he's a swarm of locusts, and what he does is he descends on a property, he strips it bare down to the fucking burnt out stalks, and then he flies off to the next project, and he leaves behind garbage. Holy shit, that's the image.
Yes! I'm sorry to laugh like this, but I saw this morning when I woke up. I went, what the hell is this?
Oh, shit.
It's infuriating.
What is that? Is that him altered, or is that some other guy cast in it, or is that a doll? What the fuck is that?
It's a human.
It's your fat, nerdy neighbor dressed like Luke Skywalker for Halloween. And somebody didn't like him and punched him in the eye. And it could have been me that did it.
You ripped his sleeve too, Ethan.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so this is an actor named Robert Bolter, and let me give you a little bit of context, Doomcock. So Rey's Force vision in The Force Awakens originally included Luke and Vader's duel from The Empire Strikes Back. The scene was cut, but thanks to Reddit, we're finally able to get our look at what Empire Strikes Back Luke would have looked like in The Force Awakens, played by Robert Bolter. Wild stuff.
Jesus Christ, a face like that looks like it should be shoved inside a tauntaun. I mean, holy crap.
I think he's 4 feet tall. I don't know what's going on here. It's Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. I don't like it at all. I do not like it. Let me say it again. I don't like it. And what on earth? By the way, let me just explain one thing, because I've said this from the very start. I know Disney is planning on doing this, and we have to put a stop to it now. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know if somebody has to kidnap Pablo Hidalgo and hobble him like, what's that movie called?
Mercy. Goddamn.
Misery?
Yeah, with Kathy Bates and the sledgehammer.
Yeah, like Misery. Stop
Misery.
this from happening. What they're going to do is they're going to recast for. They've already got Alden Ehrenreich, and he's signed for 2 more Ehrenreichs. He's the second and third Ehrenreich. They've got Lando by Dong Lover. They've recast 2 young versions of classic Star Wars characters. You know they're going to do Millie Bobby Brown as Princess Leia. That's going to happen. And now all they're looking for is young Luke Skywalker. Muppet Baby Star Wars is imminent, Doomcock, and we have to put a stop to it. I cannot take it. They are trying to turn Star Wars into, they're doing to Star Wars what they did to Toys R Us. And it's got to come to an end. And I don't know what to do about it exactly. Star Wars Celebration is coming up in April. We can make our voices heard at a panel discussion or something like that. But they can't be allowed to do this. They cannot get away with that. Is not Luke Skywalker at all. That is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Jesus Christ, look at that. It's like one of those like packs, 2 packs that you used to get at Target, you know, where you had Luke and you had, you know, Vader, and you kind of threw Luke in the corner and kept Vader. You know, it just looks like, it doesn't look real. And look at his arm. It looks out of proportion, just like those action figures, doesn't it? That arm looks way too short.
He's all weird. It's the Empire cucks out. We can't have this.
I mean, even his costume's wrong. That's not even the right shit Luke Skywalker wore in that movie.
No, it isn't.
The boots are the wrong color. The jacket's wrong. Like you said, he's your fat neighbor.
Yeah, and it looks like at the shoulder, like it's ripped, and it's like a flannel shirt underneath. I don't know what you see that? It looks like oh yep, and then I'm gonna go out and cut some logs or some shit. I don't know. He's Luke Skywalker. That's who he is.
Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Well, we're gonna see this. We're gonna see recast Princess Leia, Dollar General Leia. That's coming up. All of this stuff is going to be coming our way, because what's going to happen is very simply this, and there is no way around this, guys. There is no way around this, because they're taking for granted the creativity of somebody like George Lucas. They think that they can just say, all right, so the Empire's gone. The First Order is gone. That's just a fake. That's the bootleg Empire. The Skywalkers are no longer here. Nobody from the Skywalker Chronicles. It's a great big galaxy out there. Let's just invent a new story arc for Star Wars, and people are going to come. Nobody's going to come. Nobody is going to go to that. Nobody's going to watch that stuff. Nobody cares. Without the conflict, without the central conflict and the characters that George Lucas created, nobody cares at all. 0 people. So they're going to have to go back to the well eventually, and they're going to have to recast. And we're going to get Muppet Baby Star Wars babies.
And are they going to do a full remake of A New Hope?
Yes.
And Empire?
Yes. Without all of the problematic elements of it, like they're going to be more whammon in it. They're going to chock it full of whammon. By the way, since Lando Calrissian is a person of color, he cannot be perceived as having done anything wrong, so he's not going to betray his friends. It's going to be a misunderstanding somehow. They're going to cuck out and completely change everything about the original trilogy. They're going to have to remake it. They have to slowly recoup their money that they paid, dollar by dollar in some cases, if Solo is any indication. By the way, Solo still has not broken even with DVDs. Still hasn't broken even. So well done.
Outstanding.
Impressive feat there, Solo.
Well, gentlemen, dare I say it? A lesbian triangle, Luca Skywalker, Leia, and Hannah Solo. Is that what the future holds?
That actually sounds hot. Why isn't that?
Sign me up for 2.
Hannah Solo and Luca Skywalker.
Luca Skywalker.
I don't know about Luca.
He wants to get Leia'd.
Oh. I don't know. I hear about Luca and I just think about, my name is Luca. You know, I live on the 2nd floor. No, and that wouldn't be good. That's not what we're looking for.
From?
You don't know that song?
It sounds familiar.
It's that. What's her name? Suzanne Vega.
Suzanne Vega. It's from the 80s. You're too young. I keep forgetting. That I'm a boomer. Yeah. God. But yeah, that sounds possible. They're going to jam pack whammon into all Star Wars movies from now on. I mean, there are scenes in The Last Jedi that literally made me laugh out loud because it's like a wide screen, and they, you know, the scene where Holdo and Leia are holding court, and the whole rebel, and it's like you look at no, I'm sorry, not the Rebel Alliance, the Resistance, and you look at the background, and it's chock full of ugly women, just like shoulder to shoulder, the most hideous female faces I've ever seen. I don't know what that one woman with the nose was. What was the woman with the nose? And why don't I have that action figure? I would actually buy a Sideshow. She's a Sideshow. I would actually buy a Sideshow hot toy of Nose Woman. I don't know what her name is, but I respect her. I respect her. I want to respect
her. Coming was foretold by Nostradamus.
I do respect all women. Somebody please let me know in the chat, what was Nose Woman's name on The Last Jedi? No, not Cy Snoodles. I mean, they're easily confused. Yeah, not Holdo, not Rear Admiral Studies, Jada Porkins. Now that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah, please let me know. But anyway, yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I just want to say one thing. I don't want you to feel sorry for me, although some of you will. I don't want your pity. I do want to let you know that my Jabba the Hutt Sideshow toy has been delayed 2 months.
2 months?
2 months. So far, just 2 months or something. It's going to come in January. I was looking forward to it. It's not going to be here for 2 months, so
it's going to be the saddest Christmas ever.
Yeah, it is.
You'll have a blue Christmas.
I wrote a song about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. Do you want to hear it?
I do. Of course.
Okay, hold on.
Don't even have to ask.
This is a holiday song. I know that nobody likes it when I sing. Everyone in the chat is saying no, please don't. But hold on, let me put my mic down here. Okay, that's good. But this is my holiday song, okay? Ho, ho, no, 'cause mommy's Poe, and there's nothing in Santa's sack for you. So let it snow. She told Dad to go, and he's never coming back for you. So now you'll have yourself a very little Christmas now. Wait, these Christmas themes, red and blue with reds and greens. Your apparel's never been less gay. But the Salvation Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marines couldn't save this holiday. Deck the halls, the shopping malls are full of wreaths and Christmas trees. In this economy, still you see other kids get Millennium Falcons and Nintendo Wiis. But have yourself a very little Christmas now.
That was excellent. And depressing.
Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Man. Rudolph's nose just went out for good.
I'm very sad. Yeah, it is. I should have changed it to Nintendo Switch. So that's
Did you
what
just
happens.
write that?
No, I wrote it like 3 years ago.
Are you in a bad space holiday season, Ethan?
Well, I mean, listen, now that it's the holidays, I have a whole new series of songs that I can sing on my live streams, and that's, that are only holiday appropriate. So that's one of them. But I do want to do a Christmas album, The World's Most Depressing Christmas, by Ethan Van Sciver and Comic Artist Pro Secrets. So I don't know. I hope you'll dig it. Lori Roberts says painful. Oh, well, it is. Imagine my pain at not getting my Job of the Hutt for Christmas.
He's going to eat himself into a pie depression this year, folks. Let's all be thankful Ethan's not a pre-diabetic.
Yes, thank you.
This may be your last year.
Could be. It could be.
Well, we don't want that to happen. We need many more years of Comic Artist Pro Secrets and the High Council.
Hear, hear.
Yes, it's true. They're both tied together inextricably. So anyway, more about Luke Skywalker. This fake ass Luke Skywalker is one thing. There's another fake ass Luke Skywalker that I think Esquire wrote an article about. I'm about to do a video about this myself. But yeah, you've got it on the screen now.
Man Bun Skywalker.
Man Bun Skywalker. Now, a lot of people are looking at this picture and saying, this excuses Rian Johnson. It doesn't excuse him. It doesn't. Go. Is it on the screen? Can people see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the artwork done by an artiste. There are artists out there. There are people who can draw and paint. He's one of those. And he did this image of what he thinks Luke Skywalker should look. This is from 2013. This is way before The Force Awakens. And listen, it is a very strange, bulging-eyed. What would you say? How would you describe this image, Doomcock?
I would describe this image as droopy-eyed Luke, whose main force power seems to be molesting kids. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. He looks like Uncle Luke, who lures you into the shed for some candy, and you come out a changed person. That's what it looks like to me.
I wouldn't go into the shed with this guy, though. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't go in the same state with him.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is Luke Skywalker. Now, some people are looking at this and saying, "Oh yeah, like that. Look, Rian Johnson was right. This was always the way." Now, I look at him and I'm inspired by him. That's the difference between some people like the whammon at the Mary Sue and me, is that I look at that image and I go, "Oh, I see. This is a man who is at one with the Force. Look at his little samurai man bun. You know what I mean? He's got a man bun. He is not dirty, disgusting, dropout, loser, big Luke Bowski, Luke Skywalker. You know what I mean? He is. Look, I am a wizened ancient warrior. I have retreated to a Jedi temple where I will study all things Jedi related, and I will. I just want peace and tranquility. Not I'm a milk drinking dropout piece of garbage with the sarcastic attitude straight off a Tumblr. Like that's not. That's the thing. So I look at that and I say, yeah, I can see what he was supposed to be, and then how an idiot like Rian Johnson could misinterpret so drastically what that painting is supposed to represent and ruin Luke Skywalker with The Last Jedi. Thank you. That's what I would like to say.
I love the thank you. I looked at it this morning and I was just like, what has happened? Like, why is this a good idea? How is this a good idea? It feels like everything they were going to do with Luke Skywalker was just wrong from the get-go. But if you listen to the article, or at least the, I don't know how to say it, the Instagram post, it says how Luke was going to redeem himself mid-movie and then get on with his shit. Rian Johnson didn't allow that. Rian Johnson made Luke his journey for naught. He didn't even get to have a journey. He had to force project himself as a younger version. What a stupid decision.
I just don't see it. I mean, how do you redeem it from Luke running away from the world in a cave, driven away by his student, his big-nosed student, who he was training, who kicked his ass, burned his school down, and he runs away? There's just no coming back from that, guys. I don't see how it comes back.
I'm sorry, but I am not afraid of that kid. I'm not afraid of him.
Yeah. So I don't get it. That he was so appalled at the power of Kylo fucking Ren that he ran away and stayed away for what, 20 years or some shit? I don't know how long it was.
Enough.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And then he was so powerful that an untrained girl kicked his ass. So
that's where the problem lies. We saw this great villain bested by a novice, and now we're just like, we're supposed to feel intimidated and threatened. No, we didn't see Darth Vader get talked down to or treated like shit. When what's his name, Admiral Mahdi, talked shit, he choked him with the Force.
Right.
That's the proper response.
Yeah, you know, they're talking about how Kylo Ren is the ultimate evil in the universe, and that's the problem. Like, how is Kylo Ren? He's a temperamental teenager. How is he the ultimate evil in the universe? I mean, yeah, he's an SJW, so that's something. But I mean, the ultimate evil in the universe. Rian Johnson is such a. He killed Snoke. Now, I am willing to believe that Snoke could be the ultimate evil in the universe. You could sell me on that. I don't care about him. And ever since I bought his action figure and undressed him seductively on camera, I feel like I've robbed him of some of his mystique, frankly. And
dignity.
And dignity. I sexualize. I tend to sexualize action figures. You'll have to excuse me. Yeah, I do not buy. I don't buy for 1 minute that Kylo Ren could be the ultimate evil in the universe, and that is what we're stuck with. That's where Roundhead Rian Johnson left the J.J. Abrams for his next movie. He's got to somehow build up either Kylo Ren or Hux into a substantial threat. I won't have it. I don't believe any of it at all. We're gonna have to resurrect Darth Vader. We have to do. J.J. Abrams is in a real tough spot. It makes me very excited to see this movie. I got to see what he's going to do with this, because when you're keenly aware of the awkward position that someone like Rian Johnson has put, another guy in, J.J. Abrams, it's going to be worth my $9 to see how he's going to overcome that, and the subtle insults that are going to be flung at Rian Johnson in the movie itself. Some subtle, some maybe not so subtle. I'm very excited about it personally. Can't wait.
I'm just a little jealous that you get to see it for $9. My movie theater is like $18. Ugh.
Is it real? Is it $18? Yeah. I don't know what it costs to go to the movies anymore. I grew up in the Great Depression.
Did they have talkies back then?
I don't. I think when was the last movie I actually went to the theater to see? I saw. What did I see?
The Jazz Singer.
The Jazz Singer,
Al Jolson.
Yeah. I walk a million miles for one of your smiles, my mammy. No, that wasn't. I saw that a long time ago. What did I just go to see? I just saw. Halloween. Last movie I went to see was Halloween.
Same here.
Theaters. Yeah.
I don't plan on seeing anything else until Aquaman. So I got about a month.
Yeah. Aquaman is going to be something. What do you think? By the way, Aquaman, not to get too far off track of Star Wars, but Aquaman, the DCEU is hinging everything on Aquaman succeeding. It's so funny. They've got these characters. They put out movies. They can't get a Superman movie to work. They can't get a Batman movie to work. They're not going to get the Flash to work. That kid. Ezra, what's his name?
Miller.
Ezra Miller. Fall into a stump grinder from 30,000 feet. There is no way. Do not make a Flash movie with him in it. But anyway, they're hoping that Aquaman works, because then they'll have Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and then they're like, I don't know, like 20% of the way to Super Friends, But I'm not sure. I'm not so sure it's going to work.
Have you ever worked on Aquaman professionally?
No, they offered it to me right when I left DC Comics. They wanted me to do Aquaman, and I remember it was Christmas of last year when they offered me Aquaman. So I remember waiting in line to see Santa Claus and scrolling through my phone, and then like trying to figure out what I was going to do after Green Lantern was over. And they go, "How do you feel about Aquaman?" And I went, "Oh." I remember like this sinking depression. Like I turned to my wife, like they offered me Aquaman, sweetheart. I don't know. And she's like, "You could do it." I'm like, I don't know. I don't. So I wrote back and said, "Yeah, if you want me to. I'm here until when? I got 5 more books to do. You want Aquaman 1 through 5 from me? Whatever." Like, just no, I have not worked on Aquaman in any substantial way. And they told me at the time, DC said, well, you know, we want to have the Aquaman book kind of match the intensity of the movie. We wanted to promote the movie. And so basically, you know, we're going to make Aquaman a little bit more like Lobo. And I went, I think I'd rather die. Honestly. I think I'd rather die. But I gave him, I said, not that, but here's my pitch for Aquaman. I gave him a quick pitch. They got excited about it. And, you know, I don't know. I finished out doing some Hal Jordan and then left, but thank goodness, no Aquaman for me.
It's funny how the public perception is still stuck on that Family Guy, hey, I'm Aquaman, I can talk to fish type of parody. Hope it, you know, I want this movie to work, because if this movie works, then Marvel can't, you know, put all their cards behind Captain Marvel, and they can't pull that crap. They can't all of a sudden switch up and be like, oh, now we're going to be a little more socially conscious with our Marvel films and this, that, and the other, because competition will make them be the best. They can't hide behind the agenda.
Wait, I'm going to find the email that I sent them about Aquaman. Do you want to hear my Aquaman pitch that I sent a year ago?
Of course. Sure. Is it going to take you a minute? Because I'll read some super chats.
Yeah, read some super chats.
All right. So our first one of the night came from Obi-Wan27883. It says, hail to the return of Jeff's Toys R Us video music. So they like my music. Question, will our Lord DVD be taking over Earth with a device constructed purely by blade builders? Will it Voltron with EVS's trebuchet?
It's a multi-pronged front, because, you know, you can't just take over the world with one gimmick. You got to have a lot of gimmicks, and I'm going to, you know, be loaded for bear when I emerge from the center of the earth. But until that time, I shall bide my patience carefully.
Astaroth says, tonight's edition of the High Council was streamed in front of a live audience. Joking aside, great Toys R Us vid, and glad DNC strikes were removed. Astaroth, thank you very much. I'm glad you guys enjoy the remnants of the Toys R Us video. Check it out if you haven't had a chance to yet. And yeah, DNC strikes were reversed, so that's a good thing.
Very good.
The Last Jedi Screwjob, thank you very much. In the Last Jedi visual dictionary, it says Ben left Granddad V's helmet on the finalizer, whatever that is. Perfectly sums up the sequel trilogy. Don't show in the movies for 100% of audiences, but things 10% will see. Yeah, that's what I've been saying for quite a while now. It's, oh, great, you can put it in a book, but if I don't read or don't see the movie and see it in the movie, I have no idea what's going on. Did you find it yet, Ethan?
Yes, I found it. You ready?
All right. Yeah.
Hi, Alex. I'm glad to hear from you. I'll be honest, I only have a passing interest in Aquaman as the book currently is. When did I write this? This was, all right, so this was the 21st of December. I said, if I was assigned the title, I'd turn the deepest ocean. If I was assigned the title, I'd turn the deepest ocean into a dark alien world full of bizarre creatures that exist under pressures that would crush a normal man. The things that seafaring men of ancient times whispered about are all real. Arthur would be a dark lord, strange, shadowy. I'd want to add this alien sensibility to his villains and create many new ones. This would be Tarzan underwater. He isn't like the other Justice Leaguers. He's a man apart from them. I could get into it, but I'd want to breathe down there with him. This would have to be a new start. And then I was like, I understand if this isn't what you're looking for. Best, Ethan. I love my get. Yeah, it's okay if you don't want to do this. That's fine. But yeah, that was my Aquaman pitch. So
I would read that comic book. I tried to get into Aquaman a couple years ago when Jeff Johns, was doing all that stuff. My buddy Joel was reading it, but I hate to say it was Aquaman, so I just didn't give a shit. I was like, it's Aquaman. I'm not going to read it.
Yeah,
it's too bad they didn't offer you Green Arrow, because then you could have made it SJW. Could have turned Speedy into Speedo, made it gay and woke.
Woke
and woke. Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do. I didn't want to do. What would I have done? I'd go. The only thing that I would have been excited about is going back to the Flash. But at that point, Flash and Flash, I think, still is a really big top-selling book. So everybody wants to do the Flash. But other than that, it's like, what have I? More Batman? I don't know. There's nothing. I'm supposed to do Cyberfrog. You could just feel things like that. You know what I mean? You can feel that in your heart. You know where you're supposed to be. And that was definite. But Aquaman, the thing about the Aquaman movie that I'm worried about I'm getting very serious. I kind of see this. I see this character as more of. I see the movie as more of a women's fantasy, a women's fantasy, than a men's fantasy. I don't think we want to swim. You know what I mean? I don't think men want to swim and fight octopus. It's just not what we want to do. It's not a fantasy that men have. But I think that if you did this kind of like in the same vein as, you know, one of these strange, like Twilight, in the sense that here's a strange boy who loves you, a normal girl. I think if you made Aquaman kind of a romantic figure that is attracted to a woman, or a woman's attracted to him, and then did this kind of like Splash but reversed kind of thing, where you're trying to teach this guy the ways of the world and he's fighting an ocean attack or something like that. The entire movie should be for women. It really should. I just don't think it's for guys. But I wait for the I'll watch the movie. We'll see, we'll see how it goes. I just would have aimed it in a different direction, I think, if I were in charge of the movie.
I think that's a good assessment. I mean, I agree with you entirely. And I think that the tone is entirely wrong. I mean, on the one hand, Aquaman is supposed to be regal and this, majestic figure with Jason Momoa over there, the Cal himself underwater. And then on the other hand, he's doing shit like, hey, dude, he sounds like a fucking surfer on some of his like cheap shot, gags. It's really dissonant, and it doesn't work at all for me.
Yeah. Well, what'd be funny is if like you find out that surfer lingo is how like it's Atlanteans, the way they talk. So like, you go down there, you're like, that's where surfer lingo came from, the Atlanteans. It's you're close to the ocean, you pick up the dialect.
Exactly, that would work. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how Aquaman does, but it's got to do good. DC's really depending on it to sort of kick ass and then become as important as Wonder Woman is. And the Wonder Woman sequel has to do well, or it's catastrophic, but I think it will.
See, I think Wonder Woman 1984 is going to rely too heavily on nostalgia, like 80s nostalgia, like Stranger Things does. And part of the story is going to get lost, and the character development's going to get lost. But we'll see. I could be completely wrong. I want to be wrong. I want Shazam to be great. I want Aquaman to be great. I want to go to the movie and have a great time. I just, we want Star Wars to be great, but it's just not going to be.
Well, let's wait and see. I'm still excited about 9. I can't help it. When I talk about it, like I'm so angry about Star Wars, but when I talk about what 9 could be, and the pieces that are falling into place, I do get excited about it. And it's like that. I say this on my channel all the time, and everybody's like, no. I'm like, I have to see this. They're putting. It's like a freak show at this point. It's like come see the fat lady, come see the werewolf boy. I have to. You're gonna put Rada the Hutt in it. You're gonna put Lando Calrissian at 82 years old. I have to go. Princess Leia, the final footage, the send off. How are you gonna do that? I've got to know. Luke Skywalker, I've got to know. And then there's all this kind of these hints and clues that there's going to be a lot of flashback material. And what surprises me about, that awful Luke Skywalker picture that we saw, that image, that actor, is that it didn't make it into the movie. Because one thing J.J. Abrams does is he can start films, but he can't finish them. And so what he'll do is he'll start a story and then he'll end the movie by flashing back. So like the resolution is always about something that happened way in the past before we were involved. So episode 9, quite probably, is going to have Darth Vader in it. It's going to have a youthened Mark Hamill, a digitally youthened Mark Hamill. He is going to try to re-invoke scenes from like the original trilogy, some behind the scenes stuff from the original trilogy that we didn't see before. I'm very curious. I'm very curious about it. Now, there's still a 90% likelihood that it's going to suck, but he's going to get me into the theater for that. It's a freak show. I have to see it.
When you were describing what you think will happen, my eyes rolled back in my head so hard.
You just can't. You don't want to do it.
Darth Vader?
Yeah.
My God. Look at. We're going to go. We're kind of locked in with the High Council and all this stuff. But damn it, that is going to be probably one of the biggest nights of our lives in terms of these channels, because that's it. That could be the end of Star Wars. It could be. Yeah. If it makes $2 billion, though, it's the beginning of a whole new era of crap.
No.
Well,
Well,
it's going to
that's
make
the problem. I mean, that's why I'm calling for, unless you're a critic and you're going to basically Paul Revere the thing and sound the fucking alarm around the world, I'm asking people to boycott this fucking thing, because they have spit in our faces. They have called us racist, sexist, everything under the sun, and they have to get a message. We have to finish the work we started with Solo and make sure this goddamn thing bombs. Otherwise, we are stuck with this the rest of our lives. So that's my point of view. I'm going to see it because I'm going to rip it to pieces, and I'm going to lie. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, if by, in a 0.5% chance it's great, I'll say so. But I mean, my God, I mean, we've got to stop taking this. We have to stop giving them our money for insulting us. That's my take on it.
But a lot of people agree with you. The boycott, what really pissed me off was John Boyega 2 weeks ago, tweeting out to one of us. He said, "Yeah, good luck with your boycott, dude." And I tweeted back at him like a picture, the chart of the sales of all of the last 4 Star Wars movies, and it's at like a 45-degree angle going downwards. Just and I was like, "Yeah, well, thanks, you too, dude." The boycott is working. If there is a boycott, it is working, and I haven't called for one. But I certainly do understand my fans that actually, are in support of the boycott or are in engaging in the boycott, because, yeah, these people, they're something happened. I don't know why it happened. I'm not sure what this is, but this idea of people, of creative people spitting on the fans and calling them toxic is just absolutely unreal. And I think that here's what I think. I'm going to do a series of 3 videos about this, by the way. These are going to be heavy Star Wars videos because the Star Wars fan community, the ones that would probably refer to themselves as mainstream, even though we are the mainstream, they're the weirdos, they're the abnormal ones. We're the mainstream, and we're the ones who are disgusted. If you are actually into these Star Wars movies, I don't think you're mainstream Star Wars fans. I don't know what you're doing, but these movies suck. They're terrible. They're insulting. So, there's something about these guys where when they attack world-class bullshitters, when they attack, do they attack Doomcock? I don't know if they do.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you? Okay. So, they attack ComicArtistProSecrets and me constantly. Their biggest target is Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers. I don't know what they're talking about. Jeremy's the most non-toxic individual I've ever met. He's the nicest guy. Just because he has a crease between on his forehead from scowling all the time doesn't mean he's a mean guy. He's so nice. It turns out I really feel like these people, what they do, and I won't name names, but you know who I'm talking about. What these people do is it's important that they find an enemy. And they just say, hey, these guys are the enemy. Geeks and Gamers is the enemy of Star Wars. They are the toxic fandom. Because once you identify them as the enemy or us as the enemy, then that means that, you are good. That means that they're the good guys and they can do anything they want. And as it turns out, there is a disgusting and weird Star Wars related sex cult that involves, I kid you not, there's a great Itchy Bucket is all over this with these people. A weirdo sex cult of just disgusting kind of guys who are way too old, talking to younger Star Wars fan girls, getting into gay shipping fantasies with them and everything. And it's completely inappropriate and completely I would say illegal in most likelihoods, but at the very least it's amoral. And there's starting to be a little bit of a pushback against it. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, if you want to know what I'm talking about, just go to Disney Star Wars is dumb .net right now, or WordPress.net, Itchy Baka's site. He's got 3 whole articles about it. So I'm going to actually use those articles as the foundation to make videos about this. And you are going to be, it's going to be stunning, dude. It's going to be stunning. All of these people who give us shit, they're all named in this. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Hail to Itchy Baka. That's an awesome service.
Yes, it is. So I'm like, nobody's gonna read this. Here's the thing. He's got these great. He's done all the research. He's got it all there. 3 big. And I sat there and I spent the afternoon reading them carefully and trying to understand the story. And I said, these need to be a video. They need to be made into a video so people can actually get this information, because young female fans of Star Wars are being mistreated by these social justice warriors who are all about respecting women. You know, they're male feminists. In the meantime, they're sexually harassing women that are teenagers. And that cannot exist. Now, I will say this about our community. We have the most beautiful women, you know, that are our fans. Ask any of them if we've ever done anything inappropriate or said anything inappropriate to them, if we've ever harassed them or been sexually inappropriate with any of our fans. We don't do that. That's not what we do. But as it turns out, that's the real difference between us and them. That's the real difference. So these videos are going to be great. I'm going to start making them tomorrow.
Ooh, I'm excited. Our buddy Billy Ritchie says, did a video on Comicsgate as an industry. Check it out. All right, Billy Ritchie, we will. Mr. V says, the Master of Muff, the Lord of Pies, and the Cock of Doom. Let the High Council begin. How do you like those titles for us, Ethan?
They're great.
The Cock of Doom.
Mark C says, Hail Doomcock, can you please give us your P.O. box so I may shower my lord with offerings?
Well, absolutely. Is that okay?
Of course.
It's a Master DVD at P.O. Box 200337, Austin, Texas 78720. Master DVD.
What's some of the coolest stuff you've gotten in your P.O. box?
Oh, dude, I have gotten a lot of booze. I've gotten some ale. I've gotten a Mexican wrestling mask.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was very cool. I got a PlayStation 4 from Nicholas Glenn. Yeah, I mean that's amazing. A cool poster done by one of my guys called the Penaigan. It was called Star Wars, and it featured Mickey Mouse and Minnie all decked out in bling and Star Wars shit. And it was making the, you know, point that Disney is cashing in on the corpse of Star Wars. Very, very cool artwork. Jesus. I mean, so many awesome things. And somebody is sending me an Android box. I'm about to get an Android box, which will be very cool for the television.
What's an Android box?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's basically like the kind of things, the apps that you can put on your phone, on an Android phone, only then you can access it through your television, basically turning your television kind of into an Android phone. And the thing about it is that there's a lot of really good apps and stuff for watching, let's say, programming that maybe you don't generally have access to. They'll just put it like that. So it's a very handy kind of thing to have.
Ooh. What about you, Ethan? Do you have any P.O. box yet?
I don't have a P.O. box yet. I'm afraid what people would send me. However, I think I'm going to just risk it. I got a nice gentleman. I haven't answered him yet, but if he's watching, I did get your email, and he's just like, look, he's like, you know, I've been collecting Star Wars since the first thing started, the whole thing started. And he's like, I'd love to send you a vintage Star Wars figure, you know, one of the original batch. And he's just like, so take your pick between any of them except for Darth Vader. I was like, Darth Vader's the one I want. So I'm going to ask him, I'm going to write back to him and say, yeah, please send me a Luke Skywalker. So he's like, my whole thing is I want to be on one of your videos. So I'm going to review an original Luke Skywalker, which means I'm going to take it right out of its packaging. So,
oh man, so many people are going to cry.
I won't do that.
I want to go watch that video. I want to be number one first. That'll be my reaction.
Yeah. So I would, you know, I don't know. I guess I'll open a P.O. box. I'll probably get a ton of pies. A ton of pies.
Dude, it's worth it. I went right around Thanksgiving, and I got a whole bunch of shit in mind. So I got like a Han Solo action figure, all kinds of Beverly Hills Cop stuff. It's neat.
Really?
It's neat. Yeah.
I don't want people to.
I got a video coming up.
Stuff. What? You have a video of stuff that you got?
Yeah. Somebody sent me a Toys R Us catalog.
Oh man, that's
Back
sweet.
to the Future Part 2 on it. So
wow,
that's a great idea, man. I need to do a video of all this stuff I've gotten sent. I also got sent one of those Nintendo, you know, classic systems.
Oh man, you get the best stuff. It's like you got that. I got a rock. You know, good for you.
But dude, man, it was decked out. It was decked out. Like this guy had customized it with like every game under the sun. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I just want Rose Ticos. Just send me Rose Ticos.
You know what
Everyone
I'm gonna
send me
do
a
for
Rose
you?
Tico.
Every time I find one when I film one of my videos, I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to bring it to you in Chicago. So if you can explain to the people at TSA why you have 400 Star Wars action figures in your crate.
I swear to God, I get more grief for that from these SJWs than anything. I made a video where like I progressively open up a ton of Rose Ticos angrier and angrier until I finally get scissors and cut right through her. And these people, they're just like, you cut up Rose Tico dolls. I'm like, first of all, they're not dolls, you a-hole. They're action figures. It's a different. How would you define a doll? Like
real clothes.
Yeah, real clothes, big. You know what I mean? Yeah, little. It's 3 3/4 inches. It's tiny. It's not a doll. But yeah, I cut through it with scissors, and they still talk about that. Like, it's only a matter of time before Ethan Van Sciver goes to jail for murdering an Asian woman. I want to see the. I swear to God, I want to see the hourglass on that. I want to know how much time I've got before I murder an Asian woman.
Minutes to midnight.
Seconds. Yeah, well,
it's happening right now, folks.
She was made of plastic. She was asking for it.
She had a potato sack on.
Absolutely, a potato sack. She was looking for it. She was wearing a potato sack. Yeah, I don't know. I love Rose Tico. That's the other thing about episode 9 that I'm looking forward to. And I'm telling you right now, what is he going to do to Rose Tico? What if Rose Tico turns evil? What if Rose Tico goes to the dark side? And I mean, honestly, I think about this all day long. What I'm looking for is a new costume. Okay. And I'm looking for a new haircut, a different haircut. I mean, right now she looks like that girl. Don't do that. Let's get rid of that. And let's try something new. But give me Rose Tico. I want that pink lightsaber. Oh my God. Can you imagine? It's like, and it was a pink lightsaber. And she'd be pissed off. Like she's angry that you don't like any of this, do you? You don't like
it's causing me pain.
She's mad that Finn didn't kiss her back.
She sounds like Lena Dunham the more you talk about her.
Yeah. Yeah. Rose Tico is basically just an Ewok that's shaved. I mean, basically, that's it. That's it.
God damn, that's cold.
That is unkind.
Well, I mean, they're about the right height. Same thing. Same haircut. So I don't know.
I'm outraged by that. Just
I know
utterly
it's
outraged.
offensive.
Yes. That's
hashtag triggered. For all these people that want to go after you and say, "Oh, you're so violent towards Rose Tico," all they have to do is say terrible things, and they'll really hurt you in the heart. So that's how they do it. It's so easy.
By the way, we have 1163 people watching right now. 1163 people. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. If you love the High Council, if you love Doomcock, if you love World Class, and if you don't like me, hit that thumbs up. And let's get it to 1,100 thumbs up.
Yeah,
dear friends, let's get it to 500 likes, please. If you wouldn't mind, that would be fantastic. By the way, everyone's mad at Doomcock about Ticos. They're saying,
"Oh
kick
dear,
Doomcock."
Oh dear, oh dear. I've slandered the Ewoks.
No, what? No, you have to understand one thing. I have done more for Rose Tico than anyone could ever possibly do for Rose Tico. I have made it cool to like Rose Tico, and so obviously she's a protected element of the Star Wars universe. And look at all the Tico paths that are mad at Doomcock and demand an apology. Oh no, somebody said Wicket was more interesting.
True.
Well, yeah, hell yeah.
Was he really?
I mean, he saved Princess Leia. He ingratiated her with his people. And together they destroyed the Empire. Just the two of them. No Luke, no Han, no Chewbacca needed. Just Wicket and Princess Leia.
Were they really going to eat Han Solo?
Probably.
Shit.
At least I want to believe that story. So there's some level of coolness to the Ewoks. It's like, oh, they're going to eat them. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, we're going to dance with them? Anyway.
I think the fucking redwood tree the speeder crashed into was more interesting than Rose Tico, for God's sakes.
Oh, come on.
I love that Scout Trooper scream, ah, when he just blows up. That's one of my favorite moments of that whole movie. You know, they actually censored Return of the Jedi in the special edition, where Luke Skywalker jumps over to the other speeder bike. He snaps the guy's neck and throws him off. In the original cut, in the special edition, they take away the neck snap. He just tosses him off.
Oh shit!
Much like they took away the blaster shots in A New Hope when they shoot the guys on the Death Star, it shows them explode in their chest. Nah, they got rid of those.
Oh fuck me, that's terrible.
Yeah, there's some weird special edition changes. Maybe I'll do a video about that one year, not this year.
I just got some. Okay, I'm looking at Disney Star Wars is dumb.wordpress. I'm thinking about my videos this week. And videos.
Since he's not here this week, we got to talk about him.
Yeah,
Ooh.
this is serious though. It turns out that we're talking about the girls that were in the chat with the shipping and the inappropriate gay, not gay. Well, it was gay, but sex talk. No, it literally was gay. They were exchanging weirdo drawings of Hux and Kylo Ren having sex.
What?
Like yeah. You got to read these articles. They're all going to be in my video. Don't worry.
Hey, I'm going to have to make sure I got my bell notification turned on for your channel because I can't miss this.
Turns out that there were 2 underage girls in the chat with this individual. So that was a question. That was a question. Like, teenagers, what do you mean, 18, 19? No, underage. So
this is why I'm not going to have a Discord or any kind of shit with my channel. It's this kind of shit that turns me off to all of it.
Yeah.
So sorry, folks. For those out there listening, where's your Discord at? Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't want a Discord either.
There's just too much. It's like, yeah, you guys want to hang out. Okay, go to the Patreon page because we know who you are. Anonymity is too dangerous at this point because you never know what they try to do and set up, and that's how you stay out of these controversies.
Yeah.
Where were we at?
Chat with teenagers. Star Wars sex chat with teenagers. Oh my God.
Just what Star Wars wants to be associated with.
Yeah.
They want to worry about, toxic fans. They don't like a movie. The people that are praising your movie are deviants.
Yeah, exactly. They're degenerates. And honestly, the police should be looking into them. So I'm going to make 3 videos, and I hope I'm going to try to go through this as carefully and cleanly. I'm going to kind of do a Mr. Medicare about these videos, about these articles, and just make sure that all of the evidence and everything comes through clean and easy to understand. And I'm going to explain it. And let's just shine a little light on that dark corner of weirdos who call us names and harass us because we don't like Rian Johnson's movie. Let's see what they're up to.
Yeah. Once Medicare puts out a video on you, you're done. So
yeah. I'm gonna do something like that. Get ready.
I'm waiting, dude. I'm waiting. Speaking of waiting, we've had a lot of these people wait. Mirrored Jeremy says, "Did you see Dorkside Star Wars villains list? Kylo Ren is number 1."
I thought he'd be number 2.
Well, all I can say, Mirrored Jeremy, is that I will never watch anything from Dorksides now that they rank Kylo Ren is number 1. John Tennant with a giant super chat. Rip into it. Hail the High Council. Hail Doomcock.
Hail John Tennant.
Jonathan Hurst says, "Why ruin Luke? He's our childhood hero. Just why?" I know we'll talk about that in the Culture War series I'm working on, folks.
Are you doing a Culture War series about that? Like answering questions as to why people want to ruin Luke Skywalker? Because there is a reason.
Well, it goes deeper just than Luke Skywalker and Star Wars. It talks about 80s revivals and modern reinterpretations of classic franchises. All those things are covered. That'll be something I work on and get out towards the new year. But it is part of... I'm trying to get another thing worked on. I need to talk to you guys about it off air. But yeah, Culture War. That's going to be my big thing next year. I'm talking to my buddy Nick to edit me an opening. Maybe I'll even ask Ivan for some help. So it's going to be a big deal. It'll be my my Mauler-like reviews.
Nice.
Let's see. Michael Rodriguez says, "Bravo, JJ, the hero we needed." Zebulon Pike says, "That's Bilbo Piewalker. All hail the High Council." Marathia Lean says, "Looks like Logan's small skybaggins." A lot of Lord of the Rings talk tonight. Still need to watch those.
Yeah.
Sire J. Longstroke says, "You're talking to my plant."
What?
I don't know. You're talking to my plant. That must be a movie quote we're missing.
Oh man, I don't know.
You finally stumped the High Council.
Talking
It only
about
took, what, 60 episodes, something like that, Ethan? Well, no, that's not possible. 30?
Maybe 30 episodes of the High Council. Yeah, we've been around for a while.
Yeah, it's still fun, too. That's the best part about this.
Yeah, I found the trailer. I'm gonna fix the old trailer that we made. I'm gonna fix it up and put it out again because it's still cool.
I don't even remember that. I'll have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Lori Roberts says, that is a meth head in terms of Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
Edie Hugima says, "Hail Doomcock, hail Darth World Class, hail Emperor Ethan."
Thank you. Hail.
Hail to thee.
Becky Lynch's boyfriend, that's a great screen name. Face it, Ethan, Rose Tico has nothing on my girl.
Well,
You know who Becky Lynch is?
no.
Becky Lynch is a professional wrestler who was like really on fire just about a week or two ago, and then she got punched in the face. Somebody broke her face and gave her a concussion, and so she had to be pulled off of wrestling. It's not even like a storyline. She's legitimately injured.
I'm
So
looking her up now. Was she hot? Oh yeah,
she is.
was.
You know, it's funny is I actually flew on an airplane with her from Texas to California, and she talked to me the whole way. I had no clue who she was the entire time.
Wow.
So, yeah, I tell everyone that story. They're like, "Really, Becky Lynch?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just didn't recognize her. Sorry."
Damn.
People get really bothered by that. Down forward punch, a long time no see. Luke's outfit is doo-doo butter squared. DJ Ray with an awesome icon of a no porg. It says, "All hail the High Council, hail Jeff, Ethan, and Doomcock."
Hail DJ Ray.
Hail.
Love the
Hail.
porg.
Herpicus McDurpington says, "Palpatine did nothing wrong."
Well,
By the way, folks, this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, World Class Bullshitters is going to be doing an all-day stream of 6 Star Wars movies, episode 1 through 6. So if you want to hang out and watch Star Wars with us and you got nothing better to do this weekend, if you're done Christmas shopping, well, spend the day with us. We're going to have some patrons on. We're going to have some really in-depth discussions, so be prepared for that. And you'll get to hear our friend Maref Dealine talk about how Palpatine did nothing wrong.
He did one thing wrong. Palpatine should have wore a parachute that day. That was the one thing he did wrong.
that is true, actually. Yeah, I agree.
Now, did he allow himself to get burned, or was that like the dark side coming out at him, or what? Because if I was going to have this great master plan, I wouldn't want to live with a burnt, scarred face.
What, Palpatine?
Yeah, because remember, he looked normal
Yeah.
until he fought Mace Windu, and he's like, "Unlimited power!" and all that shit, and then his face turns white and it looks like a ball sack. Would you have like avoided that and still gone through with your master plan, or what?
Yeah, there's no point in ruling the world if you're, fugly. I mean, geez. You still got to get laid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the Emperor could use the Jedi mind trick. I don't know. I love Star Wars, but I've never put this much thought into the Emperor's sex life, and I'm not. I'm stopping right now.
All right.
Nicholas Glenn says, "Any news on Exozone? Glad to see 2 of the 3 of you on tonight."
Yeah, Exozone is going to be on this Saturday night. Actually, we're going to do an edition of Exozone Saturday night.
Is that your sci-fi show?
That's the like UFO and Bigfoot kind of show that we do. The Exozone, the outer reaches of reality.
I want to join you for one of those. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You're welcome to. Absolutely.
I love that kind of stuff. I listen to all kinds of podcasts about it, and I may not have experienced anything, but I do love those types of topics.
Yeah, me either. I've never experienced it. I always keep an eye on the sky. I don't see shit, but oh well.
If I was abducted by aliens, I'd probably never tell anyone because I feel like they'd treat me like Randy Quaid in Independence Day. That's the last thing I want people to see me as, some drunk crop duster.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that. You'd never live it down in the chats.
No, they'd be like, "What, Jeff? What happened?" I'd be like, "Nothing. I was sick for a week, man. I was sick for a week. I'm back though." And then they start getting these weird transmissions from my live streams. That'd be kind of cool. Samuel Aragon says, nothing but whammon in The Last Jedi because all the real men died fighting already. But that's not the narrative, so our only hope is the Snoodles. Demajanai says, the notorious P.I.E. dropping lyrics. This might be my favorite one of the night so far. Downward Punch says, after that song, I'm going to blow my brains out. Good night, everybody.
The power of song. Yeah, it's good.
Sketch Therapy says, is B. Claymore in charge of Jabba's barge toy finance?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Do you get that joke or no?
No, I know about the barge, but that's about it. What's the deal with this?
Oh no, he's saying, B. Claymore is, kickstarted, never fulfilled, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I may have done a comic and know all you guys, but I am so far out of the loop. Like I'm stuck with doing,
Comicsgate. Yeah, you're not into Comicsgate as well. You are, but you're not involved.
Yeah. I mean, I like making comics and I'll continue to make them. I actually figured out my next one, but sorry, Sketch Therapy. I don't know. I listen to these names and maybe I'll understand them from a DNC video, but that's about as far as I go.
Yeah. There's a funny one, like Captain Cummings. So B. Claymore, he just never put out his book. He took his Kickstarter money, disappeared. It was like 20 grand. Never put out his book. And Captain Cummings, who was a YouTuber, was furious and wanted to take him to small claims court for his $40 back, and made a video. He's coming up on the street. He sees B. Claymore, and he makes a video of him confronting him on the street and demanding his $40 back. And it is, I laughed until I couldn't breathe. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Go to Captain Cummings' YouTube channel and look for that video of him trying to get his $40 back from B. Claymore unsuccessfully. It's good stuff.
I'll have to check that. I will watch that. I used to watch Captain Cummings videos regularly, man.
Yeah, I know he's fallen off a little bit, but that I told him, even though he and I are not friends right now, that video was he did a trilogy of videos. It was him confronting him, then he was in his car, on the way back with adrenaline pumping, having just confronted him, and he's talking about that $40 that you didn't get, and then he goes online and starts reading the comments or doing a live chat or something like that about the $40. And I just want to give him $40.
Me too.
I'm like, I don't want to excuse B. Claymore, but I want to give the dude $40. It was so funny.
I feel like that's the end of his Kickstarter career, though.
Well, you got to fulfill. Yeah.
Oh, has he fulfilled it now?
No, he hasn't. I'm saying if you can do that, you can do that once, but you got to fulfill your Kickstarter. You got to fulfill your Indiegogo. Like it's, obviously it's a trust. It's a trust.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just met with my letter and paid him a portion of his thing, so I couldn't imagine like taking these people's money and just running off with it because I'd feel shitty. I couldn't live with myself. I mean, if it was like, oh, $3. Oh, sorry, I took your $3 here. Here's $3. Yeah. But tens of thousands of dollars is a whole different story. That's pretty shitty.
Indeed.
And they say we don't have any scruples, Ethan.
Well, we do. We're very scrupulous. Indeed.
The Ballroom Photographer says, do a High Council Christmas album.
We could do that.
Can I do the Chipmunk song?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You could just yell at me like you're Dave Seville.
I'll be Dave Seville, yeah. I got angry about that because have you ever seen Dave Seville?
Like the real guy?
Yeah, the real guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on Ed Sullivan and everything, and like Dave Seville looks like an ape. Like he looks like a shaved chimpanzee, and that's what he looked like in real life. He looked like kind of like a Jerry Lewis, like Jerry Lewis's dad or something. I don't even know, but he looked like a mess. And I'm so angry because if you look at the cartoon now, go look at the stupid Chipmunks cartoon. I did a whole video about this like 6 months ago. Dave Seville, he's like a cool, laid-back dude. He's like a hipster. He's got long, nice hair. He's handsome. And the Chipmunks like look like human beings now. They've totally taken away. And I'm like, Dave Seville did not look like this. Dave Seville did not look like Adam from Maroon 5. Dave Seville looked like a monstrosity. Look him up on Google.
You know what his real name was, right?
What?
His name is Rostam Saipan Ros Bagdasarian. He
That's
comes
right.
from Armenian immigrants
yeah.
from the Ottoman Empire, but he was born in California and he fought in World War II.
Well, I appreciate his service, but he also fantasizes about screaming at rodents. So, you know, he has some issues, and it's all reflected. If you actually look at him, you'll be like, that doesn't look like, that's not what. Why didn't you look? Just make the cartoon look like the real guy. I'd rather see the Armenian maniac screaming at the rodent. Like, I'll watch that. I'll tune into an Armenian scream, like Cenk Uygur screaming at no, he's Turkish, but I want to see that screaming at some rats. That would be funny. So anyway, we have creative differences.
I used to watch Alvin and the Chipmunks every day. I used to love that cartoon.
God, I never watched it.
Yeah, it was early 90s. I would get up and watch that and eat breakfast and then go to school.
Huh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mark C says Commander Toucan's real name is Commander Dicey. D''ACY. Not Marcy Darcy. Okay. Brandon Moist says, Hail Doomcock, hail Jeff, hail EVS. The Moist blesses the High Council with moisture.
Thank you.
The gift of moisture. Man, right from his still suit. Thank you, my friend.
Let's see. JG Wentworth. Get when somebody named themselves JG Wentworth on YouTube.
And I need cash now.
Call what was it? JG Wentworth 877 cash now.
Yes. 877 cash now.
Those fucking commercials. That's like the modern day equivalent of watching Price is Right when you're sick in grade school. It's like, oh, what'd you see on TV? Yeah, JG Wentworth commercials and Judge Judy.
Oh my God, dude. Now all the commercials are catheter commercials, and I swear to God, like I get chills. I'm like, oh my God, I'm squeezing my legs together. Like, my catheter used to catch on the end of my urethra, but now I've got this special lubricated catheter that just slides right in. I'm like, Jesus God, like, even now, just talking about it. And these catheter commercials are like 3, 4, 5 minutes long. They're like epic films, all about catheters coming to your door, and they used to feel like sandpaper going in, but now they're specially lubricated. And then they show them and they have fish hooks coming off of them and everything. You're like,
yeah, I clinched up a little, dude. Stop.
No, everybody's wincing in the chat. I'm the catheter commercials. That's why you cannot watch daytime TV anymore. No more catheter commercials.
No. By
the way, I really like the idea of the Young Turks versus the Chipmunks. So if anybody can do that, if you want to have Cenk Uygur taking the place of Dave Seville saying, of course, Alvin, of course, and screaming at Alvin, Anna Kasparian like, I'm so much fucking better than you, screaming at Simon and Theodore, that would be terrific. By the way, everybody's really upset at my catheter. I'm not doing it. I'm the victim here. I'm not making these ads. Everybody's yelling at me about it.
You are. That's why you quit comics, to make catheter commercials. That's where the money is.
I mean, that is the most sadistic job ever, is to just sit there and like, my job is to make catheter ads and then to like secretly be trying to get people to cringe. I want to make a whole reel of catheter ads. That'd be phenomenal.
Let's make them in Chicago. We'll get Jeremy to do Jeremy's the narrator because his face won't change. He'll like come on screen like Rod Serling on a Twilight Zone episode. We'll have all the different Jeremys play all the people in the roles.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm still having trouble here.
Sorry. This was a super chat that was meant to be read from JG Lander didn't betray them. He had no other option. If he said no, he would have been killed and Leia and the crew get captured. Alive, he was able to salvage the situation versus the Empire, marching in, guns blazing.
Yeah, pretty much true. That's practical.
I do like Han Solo's line. Do you trust him? No, but he is my friend, so I do. I've used that line on people before. Do you trust him? No. Yeah. Acid Blade 21 says, Ethan, use the super chat to buy some Haagen-Dazs to get out of your holiday depression.
I'm just still thinking about the catheters. What are they for? Like, why do they go in there? Nothing's meant to go in there.
No, that's not how nature intended it.
Why? How old do you have to be? When does that start happening to you?
How old are you?
I'm 44.
45 is when it happens.
Oh, let's see.
I have it on good authority. Next year for your birthday, you're getting a catheter and a pie.
Yeah. Oh,
free.
no, the men in the commercials, they all don't seem as like if they were 98 years old, I'd be like, I'm never gonna get there. It's fine. No, they look young. I mean, the guys are in their 30s. They're looking pretty spry. Talking about lubricated catheters. I just don't want to get there, guys. I don't want to have that happen.
Well,
I don't even want to think of that word anymore.
No.
Stop eating the pies, man. Clogs up the pipes. I'm telling you.
That word, a catheter. Oh God.
Ant catheter.
Ant catheter. That's right.
Nicholas Glenn has a super chat for you, Doomcock. Doomcock, thoughts on Star Trek Discovery's trailer and smiling happy Spock?
It's complete shit. It's ridiculous. A fucking joke. It's 30 seconds of completely disjointed garbage that basically has like, brace for impact with an asteroid. What kind of dumb shit do you fucking have to be to crash into an asteroid in the Federation? You know, you cruise around at warp speed at 5, 10, 100 times the speed of fucking light, and asteroids travel, I don't know what, 20,000 miles an hour. So what kind of a dumb shit do you have to be to crash into an asteroid with a starship? And then it's got a bunch of explosions and shit, mirroring what's going on at CBS right now, because they are in free fall over there. They are absolutely, panicking and running around like chickens with their heads cut off and shoved up their ass, and then a catheter inserted. I mean, it's that bad. And Spock, at the end, there's this hippie that, like, with a beard that smiles, and Pike says, "Are you smiling, Spock?" And he says, "Yes, I am." And that's it. That's the trailer. It's 30 seconds long. It's one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen in my life. And the reason it's incoherent is because, with all the reshoots that they're doing, they don't even know what season 2 is going to be. But they got it coming up in a month, so they better kind of decide. But I mean, they are doing reshoot after reshoot after reshoot because the scripts suck so bad. That's my take on the fucking trailer.
Well said. It's a trailer I'm never going to watch.
Don't.
Dude, don't. I watch your videos. I know to avoid new Star Trek.
Yeah.
Our friends over at Midnight's Edge put out a video that described the difference between what part of Star Trek is belonged by each different company. And I need to check that out too, so I can at least have a little more knowledge. So next time we talk, Doomcock, we can add to the conversation.
Absolutely.
Our friend Dayton Pfeiffer says, is there a way to summon Chuck Norris into the new Star Wars film so he can kick everyone's ass?
He's kind of old now. I don't know.
Yeah, but he can still whoop Kylo Ren. If Ray can beat him, so can Chuck Norris.
Who couldn't? Jesus.
Han Solo couldn't do it.
Fucking Jawa with a club could do
it. Let's see. Party Alm Savi says, Hail High Council, Hail Doomcock, Sama, Ethan should learn to play Calm Susur Toad on piano. Looking forward to episode 9, fueling more good channels like The Last Jedi did.
Yep.
It's only going to make us better. Mark C says, the Man Bun Luke artwork appears to show us that our hero has had a stroke.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. The droopy eyelid. It's creepy as all hell.
Nicholas Glenn also says, was that a picture of Mark Hamill trying out for the Mandarin in Iron Man 3? Seriously wonder how much worse the decision-making can get at Lucasfilm. Well, you say stuff like that, Nicholas Glenn, and then we get Rose Tico and the Porgs and all that stuff with episode 8. So it can always get worse.
Yep.
Dimogenai, thank you very much. The problem is the morons at Disney, I guess they meant to say Disney, tend to forget. There was an EU that showed a GM Luke who truly was OP. He should be. We can erase the true Luke. Or we can erase a true Luke, is that what it says? Maybe it's meant to say we can't erase a true Luke. Disney's done that. That's all I can say is Disney's done that.
Yep.
Makini90, that's a name I haven't read in a while. Luke reminds me too much of Firelord Sozin, Firelord Skywalker. Is that a Avatar The Last Airbender thing?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Sorry, guys. I'm not up on my Nickelodeon cartoons. By the way, did you hear the guy that created SpongeBob died today?
Yeah. Yes, it's very sad.
He's only 57. That is not an old man at all.
He'll be most remembered for the meme a few moments later, and that's, I think on the internet that was his biggest accomplishment.
I hate to admit it, but some of those SpongeBob memes make me laugh. Kind of like the King of the Hill YouTube poops. Those make me laugh.
Yeah.
They're guilty pleasures. Makini, already that one. Giovanni Musumeci, or Musumeci. Let's say that again. Giovanni Musumeci says, I missed last week. Where can I find the video? I was
YouTube?
sick. I don't know.
I've got it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put the link in I'll put the link in the chat.
Midnight's Edge After Dark, thank you very much. Luke, I can't kill my father, but a nephew? Sure. Oh.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Roman E says, when is the next Exozone? So you said Saturday night?
Yeah, this Saturday night. I think it's probably going to be around 10. We haven't decided on the time for sure, but probably around 10.
Down Forward Punch also says, I haven't seen a movie in theater since 2012.
Wow.
I couldn't do that. 6 years without going to the theater. I do enjoy going to the theater. McKinney90 also says, go ahead, Doomcock.
Yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass, though. I mean, with the fucking idiots out there, talking and rustling around. You have to go to one of those theaters where they make you shut up or they kick you out. That's the only thing that I'll go to. I won't go to a regular theater anymore, period.
So Alamo Drafthouse?
Yeah, basically.
I've always wanted to go to one of those. But
yeah, they're great.
Remember a couple years ago, they tried to do that all-woman screening of Wonder Woman. It turned out it was illegal, so...
Yeah, I know. That was disgusting. That was like, holy shit. You try to do an all-male screening of something and see what happens. Ridiculous.
Well, how about an all-male screening of Glenn Ross?
Yeah, right. Well, but that would be by default. I mean, no women are going to go see it, but that's neither here nor there, but trying to create a barred thing. But Glenn Ross is damn near one of the most manly movies ever made. No question about it.
Is that the ABC Always Be Closing movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. Coffee's for closers.
Mm-hmm.
Bikini90 says, Ethan turned down Aquaman, so they gave it to Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Sorry.
And she did a wonderful job with Captain Marvel, so what the hell? Micah Math isn't my best subject says, I have to disagree with you, E. Beating a sea creature to death with my bare hands and swimming faster than a speeding bullet would be really cool, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Is it your first choice? Then why are you thinking about it? If you could be any other hero, you would be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll be Superman.
Yeah.
I got all of it. And how often is somebody going to pull out kryptonite on me? Probably rarely.
Yeah, it's rare. How much kryptonite is there? Not very much.
Not a lot.
I mean, it's the remnants of his planet, which blew up, 30 years ago. Yeah. So whatever's going to have reached Earth has reached Earth.
Yeah, pretty much. And none of it would reach Earth. I mean, unless it was in the solar system because, physics.
What was the place they go to look for it in the original one? Is like Abu or somewhere? I don't know. Like a country? Yeah, they talk about it in the original Superman movie. Lex Luthor's like, we're going to go to wherever, and they pull out a book, and that's where they get the kryptonite from, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. Abu.
Not Abu. It's got a name. It's called something like that.
Somebody says Abu Ghraib.
No, God, no. Yes, that's where kryptonite's kept, folks.
That's right.
Addis Ababa?
There we go. Addis Ababa or something like that. That movie's 40 this year. I wanted to go see it in theaters, but I didn't have a chance to.
Shit. All I remember is North, Miss Tessmacher. North!
Didn't her mother live in Hackensack, New Jersey, and that's why she turned on Lex Luthor?
Yeah, something like that. Miss Tessmacher was hot.
Oh, Valerie Perrine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she still alive?
Yep.
All right. You love that movie, right, Ethan?
Yeah, I think it's the best superhero movie ever made, frankly. It's perfect.
I love the opening. That music.
Yeah.
There's never been a better superhero theme. Superman's theme is so close in scale to Star Wars, it's not even funny. I'll still give the edge to Star Wars, but Superman's so close.
Yeah, it's good.
Swinging Cod says, thought of a new nickname for Jeff, Gigantor McShitter. Fine, I accept it. It was hilarious when I was doing the video for the P.O. box. I got a letter addressed to Mr. Shitter. So people want to call me that. I'm okay.
Perfect.
With it. Yeah, cool. Wesley Smith says, Muff Daddy will make you jump. Sketch Therapy says, reviewer excitement is okay. Go troll and protect wallets. We always protect your wallets, folks.
Yes, 100%.
Forge says, DC should have put their eggs into the Flash. That sounds naughtier than it meant to be. It's meant to be. Carlton Bach, thank you very much. Dear Lord Doomcock, when you take over the world, will you be able to coexist with the PRPC, People's Republic of Pop Culture? Oh, yeah, that's the new name they christened my channel.
The what? They christened your channel?
Yeah, the People's Republic of Pop Culture.
Oh,
so if I have to get rid of World Class Bullshitters, the name, we're going to become the People's Republic of Pop Culture.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've already discussed it. You guys will be paid off and have your own like kingdom over there. It'll be fine. It's going to be just perfectly fine. We all get along swimmingly. There's no problems.
We're all buddies.
Yeah.
Hanging out the core of the, Earth while everything else melts around us. Doomcock has us in for a beer.
That's right. Absolutely. And free passage with the Magma Men. You get free coming and going at will. No problem.
Yeah. Pays to know the right people, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Super Smash Brothers candidate says, World Class Bullshitters at OverlordDVD. Well, with Jeremy not around, can Anti-Trekker be at least a guest on another one of your shows? Also, go Tigers. Like the Detroit Tigers?
And maybe the animals, cheering them on.
I mean, yeah, we're cool with animals here.
Hell yeah.
Go lemurs. Go
Tigers kick
Warthog.
ass. I love tigers.
I don't know who Anti-Trekker is. Do you?
Yeah, Anti-Trekker's a great guy. He's very funny. He's got a great channel, and yeah, everyone should check out Anti-Trekker for sure.
I need to be the one to check it out the most because I keep hearing that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then it's like, oh wait. So yeah, this kind of came together at the last minute. But Doomcock is our favorite guest. You're not even a guest at this point. You're just one of us. It's like, oh, Doomcock's here. Hey man, what's up? Cool.
Oh, thank you, man. I am flattered. Thank you so much. What an honor.
Sember Tube says Rick McCallum's turkey dinner plate is so dense.
Like Rick McCallum.
The epitome of the yes man, Rick McCallum.
Oh Christ. Man, if Lucas had Gary Kurtz for the prequel trilogy, it would have been a whole other story. It would have been fucking great. It would have curbed his worst excesses, and really he would have been able to, shape that material, make it a little more adult, a little more dark, and it really could have made it a classic. There was no wrong with it. Really, the casting choices, the fact that he doesn't work well with actors, and the dialogue, really. I mean, if they'd have been able to fix all that, and I think Kurtz would have been instrumental in that, it would have made a world of fucking difference.
Well, that's the alternate universe where Star Trek Discovery is actually a quality show.
That doesn't exist. There isn't even a quantum, not a one quantum universe where Kurtzman or Jar Jar is involved in that anything good came out of Star Trek Discovery. Period.
John Tennett has a cautionary message for us. It says, no alcohol to a P.O. box. If the Fandom Menace wants to send these good people spirits, do not try hiding the alcohol with other items and sending it to a P.O. box. It is a legal offense.
Oh, that's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, John Tennett actually had to send it to me via courier. It had to be through regular mail to a regular address. So you're right. That was a slip of the tongue. I've gotten numerous bottles of alcohol, but yeah, most of them have had to be delivered to other parties.
Well, I'm going to listen to John Tennett because I don't want to get in trouble. When I first went to the P.O. box, I was like, oh God, what am I gonna get? And then it turned out to be like videotapes and really cool shit. So there are cool people out there that listen to us. We're pretty fortunate there.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, John. Really, thank you so much.
Mark Hamill says, hi guys. You know why I cuck out? KK has my next and last good paycheck. I'm not making it through retirement on residuals from Corvette Summer.
Poor bastard.
Oh, have you guys ever seen Corvette Summer?
No.
No.
What's it even about? I mean, I assume it's about a car in the summertime, but let me look that up real quick because I'm just curious. Corvette Summer is a 1978 film. A student hooker, Annie Potts, in a van picks up a Las Vegas-bound teen, Mark Hamill, on the trail of a stolen Stingray.
Holy shit. Annie Potts is a teenage hooker.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Annie Potts from Ghostbusters. Shit. Well, I got to see that.
Is she naked in the movie? That's the question.
Well, let's see what the film's rated.
I bet not. It's probably PG.
Well, why would she be a hooker then? What are they doing?
They're teasing us. They're just clickbait for film.
The funny thing is, the film was a box office success.
Really?
On a budget of $9 million, it brought in $36.4 million.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I looked up Annie Potts naked. This better not be porn. Turns out it is. That better not be her. I think it is her.
Wow.
Are you impressed or disappointed?
Well, I'm not sure that it is her. Hang on, no. No, it's just a bra shot. A bra. So that makes sense to me. It's from a movie called Texasville in 1990, so it's post Ghostbusters. That's unfortunate.
Mark Hamill looks so creepy in this film. It's not even funny.
Was it post motorcycle accident?
Yes, that his accident was before Star Wars came out. I think he was on his way to record ADR or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Star
Wars. They
Wars
did the filming, so he was filmed, and then for Empire he was.
I feel like they may have had to shoot something from one side, maybe like a land speeder shot or something.
Wow.
But yeah, Ethan, I sent you a picture of Mark Hamill in Corvette Summer. I'll send it to you, Doomcock. He just looks weird. I don't like it. All Out of Bubblegum says, if Uncle EVS is going to be cutting things, make sure you use a larger paper cutter, like the ones that schools use.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be pretty good. It'd be like a guillotine.
Yeah.
I would like to use one of those on a Rose Tico. I think that might be a pretty good effect. Nice clean cut. What if I could slice up a Rose Tico? You know what I mean? Like in even cuts. Like if I took a Rose Tico to the deli and I said, I want this sliced up like you would slice up a roast beef. Do you think that would be good? Like pieces of Rose Tico? Or what do you think that would be like?
Would you consume the pieces or do you just want to collect them?
I'm not ruling it out, but I just want to see what would happen, You know,
it'd be really cool. Have you ever seen those? It's like a staggered art piece. It looks like almost like a flight of stairs. It's one image, but it's slightly like separated. You could take a Rose Tico figure, have it cut, and then kind of like stagger it each piece, and then like glue it and have this like disappearing Rose Tico figure. That could be kind of cool.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Make it happen.
You'd have to buy your own slicer though, because no deli is going to ruin their blade on Rose Tico. It's just
I don't know. I know some people. I know some dudes. All right.
Is that a mafia thing?
Say no more.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Where were we at? Sketch Therapy says, I'm a Tico-path. We blame Ryan for bad lines and wardrobe.
Well, among many other things, sure.
Yeah. God damn you, Ryan Johnson. Real quick, too, before I forget, I'm thinking about doing a raffle here on the channel for this Darth Revan action figure that I picked up on Black Friday. If you guys would like for me to do something like that, let me know, because I don't want this thing, but on my Black Friday stream, people said to go out and get one. So I picked it up. I think I'm going to auction it off. Hell, we'll sign it and give away a free sketch with it. So let me know, guys, in the chat right now. Dante Reeves says Jeff's new name is Mick Muffy Bullshitter. Muffy, third wife. Zebulon Pike, when do you guys think they'll finally release the original trilogy? On Blu-ray, probably never. Unless, look at if episode 9. Well, here, you know what? Here's my honest answer. I think they might release it around the time of Celebration to get people's excitement and goodwill high. That's my guess.
It makes too much sense, though. I mean, when have they done anything that makes real sense anymore? And, Lucas tried to, I don't know if it's a complete lie or if it was partially true, but he said he actually kind of destroyed the negative or something by cutting it for the special edition or some crap like that. I think he was lying. I think he just wanted his special edition to be the only version. But do you think there's any truth to that?
There may be, and I know people hate when I use this parallel, but like wrestling, they went back and they edited the master tapes because they weren't allowed to say the words or the letters WWF. And so when they now have the legal right to do it, they can't because they edited the masters. So maybe they could have, or there's probably other sources for Star Wars. Like there was a story a couple years ago where a theater like in Kansas City screened a Technicolor print of Star Wars, and then Lucasfilm came in and took it like right after. They're really weird about doing private screenings of Star Wars. So maybe the proper negative was destroyed, but at the same time, there are other sources to get, a 4K scan of Star Wars.
I hope so. That would be good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a historical piece of film at this point. I mean, we're 40 years removed. You can't just kind of act like it disappears.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think so. I would hope that some rich collector had one squirreled away somewhere, of all the trilogies, so that we could really, preserve it at some point in the future. But man, these films, they do decay. I mean, even the ones prints from 77 are in fairly wretched condition if they're not maintained carefully. So I'm hoping somebody out there is preserving this stuff.
Wasn't Star Wars shot on a less than stellar stock as well? Like I thought Star Wars, the first one, was shot on something that specifically degraded faster than the stuff that the other two films were shot on, or films of its time.
Yeah,
if someone in the chat knows, let me know.
Yeah, I heard that when they went in to go ahead and do the special edition, they were pretty horrified at what they found, the conditions of the stuff, materials that they had. So God only knows. I mean, it's bizarre how quickly you can lose films these days.
Yeah, I watch a lot of those videos on YouTube where it's like 20 lost films you'll never see, or we don't even know if they truly exist type of thing.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if in the future it's like the original cut of Star Wars?
Yeah. Only on DVDs from, the Laserdisc scan. I mean, it's a disgrace.
In the great, fast food battle of 2022 where DVD players were outlawed, we lost all ability to watch Star Wars. Something stupid like that happens.
Yeah, right. It's possible.
Down Forward Punch says, Discord is pure autism. Stay away from Discord.
Yeah.
After the Dishonored Wolf and all this stuff, and now that Tumblr is getting shut down for certain things, it just seems smart. There are ways to interact with us guys, but, Discord just might not be it for us. Dante Reef says, we all know Uncle Ethan loves those Asian whammon.
Yeah, sure. I love all whammon. Truly.
Nicholas Glenn says, thoughts on what you think Hugh Jackman's big news announcement this Thursday could be? Avengers 4, maybe?
Oh, wow. That's the thing. I mean, that could be it. Avengers X-Men, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shit my pants, literally. Like, if they announced something like that, like, oh, yeah, and Wolverine's here, I'm like, ah! But I think it's going to be like The Greatest Showman 2 or something.
It's going to be a movie where I sing and dance. Ta-da!
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm not one to try to stifle someone's creative juices, but
I am.
Jackman, okay, you are. I just don't want to see Hugh Jackman sing and dance. I want to see him scream on screen as Wolverine, and that's about it. He's not typecast, but that's all I want to watch.
No.
Logan was a great send-off for him, though. I mean, that was a great movie. I thought I liked it a lot.
Oh, yeah. I bought the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
The only thing is, it takes place in the future, so you do buy yourself a couple more years of Wolverine movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it could work.
And you can always pull a Dark Knight Returns and have it, like Frank Miller has said that Dark Knight Returns is like an alternate universe story in Elseworlds or whatever. You could always pull that.
Of course, Hugh Jackman recently really firmly like shut down ideas about Wolverine and Deadpool team up. So my feeling is he's done with the character, but I don't know. Maybe if he's got an announcement, he's changed his mind.
Dude,
Well, if there's something big, I mean, if something cool is coming, you know, the fact that Fox and I think it's possible. I really do think it's possible that we're going to see an Avengers X-Men crossover.
Yeah,
and that'll be cool.
That would.
I liked the comic book. I know it's not really the most popular series ever, but they did an AVX title, what, about 8 years ago, 7 years ago? I was into it. I thought it was fun. Was it the greatest thing ever? No. But something like that in today's climate with that level of fun and, self-awareness, I'd love it. It could maybe get me to go buy a Marvel comic. No, it can't. Not until they change a few other things.
A few.
Well, okay, many other things. Excuse me. Dude, I went to my local comic book shop this week, and what did I buy? Old heavy metal magazines. I had to support the store, but I can't support Marvel's new stuff. So
Yeah. They were
by
great.
the way, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say those old heavy metal magazines. They were great. They were awesome.
Yeah, they got Mobius stories in them.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So for my next project, I've just been studying old European comics for fun, for ideas. You can only read so many Spider-Man comics before you need something to, cleanse the palate.
Yeah, 100%.
Billy the Mac says, just a question. Why didn't Palpatine pull a Mary Poppins when he was thrown down the Death Star reactor?
That's a great question. That is a fantastic question that completely belies the idiotic choices of Rian Johnson. And I don't care what he says. If Princess Leia could do it, Palpatine could do it, you a-hole, and he would have done it.
Well,
he would have done it.
What if Palpatine was so shocked and heartbroken at the betrayal of Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, his apprentice of 20 years? What if he was so shocked at his betrayal that he just couldn't go on emotionally?
No.
I couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Hey, look, dude. Mary Poppins was a whammon, and only whammon can do the Mary Poppins Force move, period. Palpatine is not a whammon.
That's true.
Also, she was out in space. They were just on the Death Star. So
that's right.
Maybe if Palpatine was in space, he could, adjust his weight and use the Force. But there was a magnetic pull, and I'm just making shit up. I don't know. Dante Arias says, all hail Emperor EVS, Almighty Doomcock, and Mick Muffy. it sounds like Mick Lovin. Hey, Mick Muffy. Astaroth, the Emperor's scars are either from the feedback of his lightning from Windu's saber, or he allowed it to happen for sympathy from a Jedi attack. Yeah, that's what I picked up too. He allowed it for sympathy. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't live my life with all those scars forever. That's just me. I'm too vain to want to do it. I'd rather look normal and not rule the galaxy.
Talk.
Fuck that show.
Emperor Palpatine comes in for a makeover.
Do it or I kill you. Jeremy at Denny's, that's a first. Palpatine was using Sith alchemy to stay young, but lost his hold on it when he fought Windu. Okay. I guess I didn't read the... Was that Bruno Mars?
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't know you got down with that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I'm editing that song into the Cyberfrog GIF.
I'm glad to learn more about you each and every week.
Love all pop music. But I'll listen. I'm down with that stuff.
That's what the High Council is. It's a learning experience for all of us.
Absolutely.
It's a suppository of talent.
It sure is.
Moretti Aline says Palpatine faces theory. First is that he was so steeped in the dark side that he became fugly over the years and used sorcery to hide it, and Mace Windu melted the mask away. And then Moretti Aline also says number 2 is the fact that the lightning bounced back and melted his face.
Those are both good. Yeah.
Dante Reese says, will Overlord Doomcock be able to coexist with the People's Republic of Pop Culture?
Absolutely. No problem whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
They're in good with me.
Let's see what else. Dante Reeves also says, hey, Uncle EVS, do the meow for us, pretty please?
I don't even, the meow? What do you mean?
It just says, hey, Uncle EVS, do the meow for us, pretty please.
I'm sorry. I don't know to what you refer. I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
That was
just taking
Doomcock.
credit for this.
Okay.
Are you in third person now?
Yes.
Dr. Coffindale says, hail Lord Doomcock and the High Council, a match to make the fandom menace moist.
Outstanding. But not in that, Star Wars chatty, teen group thing way. No.
We don't get down like that.
Itchy backa. No.
Mirrored Jeremy says, Dork Side's list is so stupid, it deserves a video. Uh-oh. Looks like I got some research to do.
Well, they're the ones that put Kylo Ren as the #1 bad guy in Star Wars, right? So,
yep.
Well,
that's who they are.
That's just the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
My favorite part about watching videos and lists like that are to hear their explanations why Kylo Ren or why whatever's #1. It's like, no. You just didn't get it. And it's not even really an opinion-based thing. We've all watched Kylo Ren go from whiny little bitch to whiny little bitch. What has he achieved? What has he done to make us, the viewers, feel intimidated or threatened or scared for our heroes? Nothing.
Well, it fills us with more and more suspense each time he appears at how low are they going to go? How much of a bottom can this barrel have in Star Wars? So there's a little element of suspense to his appearances, I'd say.
Oh, well, they scraped that barrel a long time ago, right at the bottom. You hear that? And that's it. That's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
With his big nose and his coiffed hair.
The funny part is, dude, Adam Driver's the dude I'd rather hang out or want to hang out the most from the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
he seems like a cool
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
Everyone else just seems like a full of themselves actor, especially Yeah Boyega.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's terrible.
To hang out with that dude. Nikos R says, do a High Council Xmas special with the Star Wars Holiday Special. We've actually done that before. We've watched the Star Wars Holiday Special. Isn't that right, Ethan?
We already did it. I introduced it to the boys. It's one of my favorite holiday traditions. And so I was happy to let them in on it, and they enjoyed it too, I think. Correct? Or
it's always a good time to hang out with you and Jeremy. But
yeah. You weren't thrilled with it like I thought.
Well, I had seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
Whip, stir, whip, 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 stir. Ugh.
Oscar Isaac seems like an all right guy, says Disfigure 7. Unless he's being interviewed by the Mary Sue and all he does is bash Trump. That's all he does. So no, he's not. Human garbage.
Well, he's talking about how the new Star Wars crew has senioritis when they're talking about the films. It's like, that's really not a good word to use, Oscar.
Yeah, he said a lot of weird things in that interview. I enjoyed it. Thank you for Oscar Isaac. Thank you for not using your vocabulary, your words very well, and allowing me to make a video that did very, very well. I think, like 30,000 views on a video making fun of you. So thank you.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Jeremy at Denny says, you guys see where the NPC called Lord of the Rings racist?
Yes.
Could you elaborate about that, Doomcock? Because I have been very clear to the listeners. I don't know much about Lord of the Rings. And so when I saw the title of this article, I just went, oh, it's Lord of the Rings. And I skipped right past it. So could you tell me just a quick summary of what's going on?
Well, it's a woke douchebag Arthur who's claiming that J.R.R. Tolkien's treatment of the orcs was racist because he doesn't present the orcs' point of view. The fact that he made them one-dimensional cannibalistic monsters without taking into account that there might have been some really nice individual orcs. They might have been, I'm not shitting you, that they might have been conscripted by, Sauron into his army and had no choice and had to fight. And, the fact that he did this is kind of analogous to the treatment of minorities in literature. So yeah, he was basically saying that Tolkien should have fleshed out the orc's point of view a lot more.
Well, it also it's it's a matter of it's a matter of this. Here's the situation. And I've been thinking about this because I read the article and I'm like, does he have a point? And then I was like, no, he doesn't have a point. But what it is this. If you think about it, like, what J.R.R. Tolkien is doing is saying this entire race of creatures is, if you, there's no other way to look at it. It kind of is kind of an analogy for racism. He's saying this culture is not as good as the elfin culture, obviously, and therefore they need to be wiped out and destroyed. He's got a little bit of a point, but again, it is just science fiction. It's when you just kind of present it in a real world sense. They are just it's just a culture of a race of humanoids. So what does that mean? People are thinking too deeply about this. We just recently had a whole argument about why everyone is white in the Lord of the Rings. Like, there are no black people in the Lord of the Rings at all. Which is another kind of weird thing that I never really noticed before. But yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to your interpretation of things.
Well, I just think that, I never thought about, snakes in terms of what's their personalities like. I mean, they are not humans. They are violent, animalistic cannibals. They are what they are. I mean, they are a species that's not human, and judging them by human standards is ridiculous. There are no orc intellectuals. We saw no orcs with glasses composing poetry. They are uniformly, how do you violent animal species.
But what if it's propaganda? What if that's all? What if Lord of the Rings is propaganda and they're only showing you the worst of the orcs? And you know what I mean? Like, it really, the more you think about it, yeah, it kind of, I don't know. There might be something to it. I'm arguing devil's advocate. You have to kind of go, well, yeah, if you think about it, Lord of the Rings is saying there are a lot of different races on Middle Earth, and some are clearly better than others, and that is what he's saying. And some need to be wiped out.
Well, he's not saying necessarily that they're better than others, because it's told from the point of view of, the elves and the hobbits and so on. It's not saying so much better as not as violent. Not as destructive. I mean, these are creatures that are very, they're basically hopped up and hostile and animalistic and violent. And
of course,
you don't want to hire one as a babysitter. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, that's true. Look, everyone's upset. They're like, EVS is woke. EVS, stop, just stop. Guys, I'm just trying to get them to talk. I'm just about this. Here's the thing. You have to examine a bad idea, and then you have to take it apart and decide why it's a bad idea, not just react to it instinctively. Like, is there any merit to this SJW idea? Whoa, what was that?
Bruno Mars again.
It wasn't Bruno Mars. I'm posting that though. I'm going to post my what I just made here. Cyberfrog dancing to Bruno Mars. So if you go to my Twitter, you'll see it.
The sexiest video on the internet. Folks.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Of course.
Now, are you going to make sure you pay your taxes for your sexy Cyberfrog Instagram models?
Yeah.
That story is so ridiculous.
Audit.
Yeah.
How do they not know you're supposed to pay taxes on that income? Or maybe they know and they just don't. I don't know.
I'd like to believe they're just that stupid.
Yeah. I mean, it hits your bank account, one assumes. I mean, it gets reported to the. All right, good luck with that.
Enjoy prison.
Enjoy prison.
Hey, a guy component's gonna get you too, no matter how sexy you are.
Yeah, it's true.
Hugh Jass says, ladies, if he doesn't hold up well, the cavalry needs protecting, uses a counterweight to fling projectiles 300 meters. He's not a man. He's a trebuchet.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Salvador says, hail High Council, hail Caesar, hail Doomcock. Oh, hi, Jeff. Swig of Monster for the workin' and lurkin' man. Check your P.O. box on Friday. All right, Salvador, I will. I will go on Friday, and I will check out the P.O. box, and we'll see what's new. And if it's so awesome, it gets its own video, well, then you know what'll happen. Handlebar Fox says forcing someone to watch those daytime commercials probably violates the Geneva Conventions. You know, on a week where Jeremy's not here, I finally saw a new Christopher Nolan film, and I wanted to talk about it with him. So I wanted to say, hey, Jeremy, I finally saw Dunkirk. But, you know, thanks, Jeremy. You abandoned us. You know good. P. Breyer says, EVS, my toe-thumbed Ted Cruz-nosed brother. Keep fighting the fight.
The fight of struggling with, I don't know, deformity, facial and, thumb deformities. I will never give up. I will never give up.
Wasn't it confirmed that Ted Cruz was a Zodiac killer?
Yeah, I thought it was, but it turns out that the Zodiac killer was my friend James Hudnall, and that is the truth.
Okay. Well, there's another thing I don't get to believe in anymore. Chris Wick says, hello, Jeff, EVS, and Lord DVD. Can I get a large McDoomcock, hold the soy, a side of fries? All hail Doomcock Savior from the NPCs and SJWs.
Hail, my friend, and thank you for that salute. In that order, do you want ketchup with that, spicy or regular?
I used to work in a fast food place. I'm having flashbacks now, bro. Stop. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead. Curious about your thoughts on the new Lion King and Disney's other live-action adaptations like Aladdin. Also, Doomcock, can you say like Mufasa, Simba, remember who you are?
Simba, remember who you are.
God, your voice is cool.
Thank you.
I thought the trailer was stupid and pointless. What do you guys think?
Yep. It's completely waste of fucking time, pointless to remake movies that have already been made. I hate that. And Disney's just making it even worse by doing it frame by frame, like shot by shot. Essentially, all you're doing is a cash grab. There's no artistic, valid reason to remake any of these goddamn movies. It's just this. All they're counting on is that people are going to be so goddamn ignorant that, they won't know maybe that there was an actual good animated version of it years and years ago. I mean, it offends me. It genuinely makes me mad. It's like, are people so fucking stupid they don't know that they can just stick a DVD into their player and see it right now? You don't need a trailer. It's there. The movie is there. Watch it.
Yeah, but it's like real. It's like more realer. The new one.
That's a good thing. Shit.
So they canceled the old animated for the new animated version?
Yeah.
More. I do love how people want to say, oh, the live action Lion King. I'm like, those aren't real lions. That's not real Serengeti. That's just CGI. Mm-hmm. But people can't comprehend that, man. You attack Disney, their fucking little heads just go, poof.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. And, it just is so stupid. It's just so stupid. Stupidity offends me. And how can you have any enthusiasm for, recycled shit? I mean, this thing was an animated cartoon, then it was a horrible like Broadway show, and now it's gone full circle and it's in the theaters again, only with shitty CGI stuff instead of skilled animation by artists. It makes me sick.
Me too.
I forgot about the Lion King live action, or not live action, stage play, Broadway. I used to see commercials as a kid and it would freak me out because I didn't know what the hell I was looking at.
Yeah. Looking at a cash grab.
Yeah, thank you, Disney. That's what we should all do, folks. Be just like Disney. Cash grab the podcast. McKinney90 says every time Soy Spock smiles, a puppy and kitten gets killed. Oof.
Yeah, that really makes me sick. I wanted to make a video on it today, but I was doing stuff on my Patreon instead, and but I'm going to get to that tomorrow. It's 30 seconds, but it's such an offensive 30 seconds. That's the thing. Is how much destruction can you pack into 30 seconds for a franchise? Fuck of a lot, apparently. Fuck of a lot.
You can. I mean, it's 30-second sequence where Spider-Man dances down the street in Spider-Man 3.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 30-second sequence where Rey becomes the Uber Force user and beats Kylo Ren. It's 30 seconds where Spock smiles. So yeah, 30 seconds is a very dangerous amount of time for a fan base.
Yep, absolutely.
Dante Reeves says, My dear Lord Doomcock, please sing to Jeff and EVS a Queen tune.
A Queen tune. Let's see. What would be a good one?
Flat Bottom Girls.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very. Dante Reeves also says, I love it when Lord Doomcock starts preaching.
And it starts preaching. Because let me tell you, brothers and sisters, if you're going to go to a theater this year, and you're going to go and enter the Holy of Holies into a movie theater, and you're going to see a Jar Jar Abrams movie, when there's all these other movies that the good Lord in his wisdom have put in the theater, you are defiling that theater. You are defiling your soul. You are defiling every ounce of civilization that has brought us up to that point. And I wish you would swerve away from that. Brothers and sisters, swerve away, put that popcorn down, hit that exit sign, never go back in there again. Praise God.
Wamen.
Waman.
Dimaj and I wanted to clarify, meant to say we can't erase the EU version of Luke. Okay, well, that's what I thought you meant.
Yes.
Kevin W. Clark, no relation to Clark W. Griswold, doesn't seem rare in movies and shows, LOL. I don't know what the context to that one was. Do you guys?
No.
No.
I apologize, Kevin. Edward Hogue says, Doctor Who is on its way out. Got woke, going broke.
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking about Doctor Who in a video soon. I think I'll have to not put it on a Good Morning Pop Culture and just do an actual video. You guys watch any Doctor Who?
No, just a little bit. I mean, I tried to watch the first one and it put me to sleep, literally. So I woke up and they were out on a derrick or something, and I didn't know how they got there, and I had no curiosity about it. It was pretty lame.
Yeah, Doctor Who's an acquired taste for some.
I like the show in general, but it really started sliding with Moffat and Matt Smith, and then the whole mishandling of this last iteration of the Doctor with Peter Capaldi. It was just so badly done, and Clara was the most unbearable human outside of Mikey, Spock, and Ray in fandom. It just was horrible. It was real painful to watch. I had to stop, and then I went back just to watch the first episode of current Doctor Who, and it just she wasn't bad. She's not awful. It just was really lackluster.
Yeah, like I said, a listener sent me some videos. I gotta watch those. Oh, I'm dreading watching Doctor Who. Ugh.
Yeah.
The Super Smash Brothers candidate says at Overlord DVD, please sing to Jeff and Ethan like Kirk and Spock doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Also, can Harvey and Hank Hill come to the High Council?
Perhaps Harvey could come, but here's Shatner can do it. Mama just killed a man. Put a gun against his head. Pulled my trigger. Now he's dead. Baba, life had just begun, and now you've thrown it all away.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I love it. I wish I could do voices. I just become Jeff. Oh, hey, I'm Jeff. Nicholas Glenn says, EVS, aren't you a Star Trek fan?
Well, they know better than that. They know that I hate Star Trek, and that's why I wrote this song. They go where no man has before, and yet I snore. I guess I just don't get it, 'cause I'm glad they have colorful shirts, but the show really hurts. I'd sooner forget it. But oh, when Star Trek is finally over, We can cry and go mail a letter. When Star Trek Dear God is finally over, we can wonder if the next one gets better. But no such luck. No, the trouble with tribbles is that they suck. The trouble with tribbles, just like powder puffs, right? Nothing to them. Is that they suck. Thank you.
The High Council is the most entertaining way to spend a Tuesday night, folks.
Yes, and I think that time has nigh. I think that time is absolutely nigh, and that's why CBS is losing their minds. How did they let this happen? Well, yeah, it's dead. It's dead, Jim. It's dead.
Sketch Therapy has 2 super chat questions. First off, Doomcock, did you see Red Letter Media's Star Trek Galaxy's outline?
No, I have not. I have not seen that.
Secondly, he asked me, did I get Dion his copy of Deadly Equines? Sketch Therapy, I will get it for Dion when I go to visit him in person. So I'm going to see Dion on the 28th of December, right after Christmas, where I go up for New Year's to stay and visit, and he will receive his copy then. And I'll make sure you guys see a picture of Dion with his Deadly Equines book and the horse action figures from Ollie's. Nicholas Glenn says, what are y'all's thoughts on Red Dead Redemption 2?
Love it. Love feeding feminists to alligators. That's all I ever wanted to do in a video game. Thank you. Red Dead Redemption 2. Thank you.
Cock.
Yeah, it's a very impressive piece of work. I have not had a chance to get very deeply into it, but and I'm not sure that I'm going to like it as much as Red Dead Redemption, the first one, because a lot of the maintenance stuff and core stuff and the fact you have to pack, changes of clothes and you have to shave and you have to bathe and stuff, it's starting to feel like a fucking job a little bit. So other than that, though, I'm want to see how intrusive that gets. I'm not sure yet. I haven't gotten that far into it, but that's my only concern about it.
My thoughts are it's a good game, but I'm over it. I don't really need to go back and play it. And I got the deluxe edition with the DLC and all that crap, but I also got Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of the best superhero games I've ever played. You guys know I love the character. It pays respects to the franchise's history, and I'm into that. I'd rather swing around New York City than ride around the old Wild West or whatever part of the country I'm in and listen to Dutch and all these other people tell me shitty stories. So while it's fun and it's awesome, when I play Red Dead, all I want to do is terrible things and then fight bounty hunters for hours, which is fun, but after a while it does get monotonous.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just want to play a gunslinger and I want to ride around and I don't want to have to lug all my fucking clothes and dress warmly and keep my core up and eat. And I mean, shit, that's like life. Life is boring. I don't want to do that. I want to shoot shit up. And that's the thing I can't do right now. So, all in all, I'm not sure it's that much of an improvement, but again, like I said, I haven't gotten, what do you think about that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's how I feel. I feel similar to you because I don't even, for a while, I didn't get the health mechanic. I'm used to like, oh, you eat and you fill up your life bar, or you do this or you do that. Like Zelda Breath of the Wild had a very similar setup to Red Dead Redemption 2, but I thought Zelda Breath of the Wild was a much better game. There were things you had to focus on, but they didn't make it overbearing, and they didn't make it crushingly realistic. It's like, it's amazing that your horse's junk freezes up in the winter. Okay, that's cool. But like you said, it's annoying that I have to carry different sets of clothing and shave and do this and do that. There are certain RPG elements that I hope that Rockstar does not carry over into Grand Theft Auto 6, because I know this is going to be unpopular with some people, but I always say what I think. To me, Red Dead Redemption is a testing ground for what they're going to put in Grand Theft Auto, their big main event franchise. So hopefully some of the shit they're implementing with Red Dead will never, ever carry over to a Grand Theft Auto game. I don't want to have to eat or craft my food or hunt. I'll take it back. I like the hunting part, but I don't like all the other elements of it. It just, I guess another thing too, I played Zelda so much. I got the same experience a year ago. Rockstar's a little late to the party, in my opinion. So it's a good game. It's number 2 on my list of games of the year, but it just, I don't ever have the urge to put it on and play it. So there you go, folks. I don't know if I'll ever stream it again. Maybe. Enough people ask. Super Smash Brothers candidate says, the city of Monterey Tigers. They are currently on the playoffs here in the Mexican Soccer League. Has Rob Schneider as a fan of them? Okay.
All right.
I do not follow soccer. I don't make fun of soccer, but I don't follow it. So,
yeah, me either.
Grand Inquisitor says, wait, the three of you haven't seen Corvette Summer? It's terrible. You guys should watch it. The vet is so god-awful because it's in the late 70s.
Yeah. Sounds like it might be a good, bad movie.
I guess we'll have to, once we run out of Star Wars movies, we could start picking bad movies that feature Star Wars actors.
Yeah,
that could be a way to, go through some of the summer months coming soon. Not soon enough. I hate the winter. Colton Bach says, I know Disney has more money than sense, but why would they make live-action remakes when they could re-release the classics in theaters? Less risk.
Yeah, it's probably polluted because of DVDs and Blu-ray now, right?
Well, just a few years ago, they re-released The Lion King in theaters, and Titanic gets released every 5 minutes. So why not? I think it's to slowly change what The Lion King was about, to have a more diverse voice cast, which, like I said on Good Morning Pop Culture, why do you need a more diverse voice cast for The Lion King? They're talking cats. Why do they have to sound black or white because they live in Africa? That makes no sense. They all sound American or British, but they're not in America nor England. So
yeah,
it just is. It's so dumb.
No logic.
No logic behind it all. It's highly illogical. P. Byers, unenhanced OT on 4K equals you get your $4 billion back. Now, if you put I'll tell you this, Doomcock and Ethan, I will throw money at Disney if they release the alternate cuts of Star Wars that have never seen the light of day publicly.
The alternate cuts?
Yeah, there's alternate cuts of Star Wars. So Steven Spielberg, Brian De Palma, and a couple others were privy to a pre-screening of Star Wars, and it was terrible. So, Brian De Palma actually wrote the crawl for Star Wars, the original one. And there's that cut of Star Wars. There's also the cut where they take multiple passes at the Death Star and stuff like that. The pre-Marshall Lucas edits, or the final edit that we've all seen. If they put those out just as a special feature or a download or something, I would pay money to watch those because of a love of the previous films, plus a curiosity to know what else exists. Like if we were a shill channel, I would use my shill abilities to get into the Lucasfilm archives to let them, or to get them to show me the alternate cuts of Star Wars. But because I have a soul, that'll never happen.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think that'd be fascinating to see. No question.
Much like the Eric Stoltz Back to the Future footage. Oh
God, yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Matt Taween, thank you very much. Everyone's reaction to it's just an Annie Potts bra shot was like in episode 4. Negative. It just impacted on the surface.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Perfect. Exactly. Nailed it.
Oh, man. That's comment of the year right there. Mark C. says, Lucas petitioned for the National Film Registry. In 1977, Star Wars was added. Lucasfilm sent a copy of the special edition. The registry declined it. There is no copy of the film in the registry.
Exactly true. I was going to mention that he foisted the special edition on the Smithsonian, but I had forgotten that they rejected it. So there's nothing there.
Much like the special edition. Well, there are some valid changes in my opinion, but overall, there's no perfect cut of Star Wars out there for me yet.
Yeah.
Zebulon Pike says Disney needs to cast unknown talents as X-Men, in my opinion.
Well, they will eventually.
Yeah, they have to. I mean,
the guy who was playing Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back that we just saw is probably available.
He looks like the perfect Gambit.
Yeah, well, maybe Wolverine. Maybe he could be Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, there was Brian Hitch, the penciler. There was an Avengers book that he drew a couple years ago where Wolverine was kind of like chubby in the chin. That Luke Skywalker actor is perfect for him. Just grow a beard, and there we go.
Yes.
Let's see. Jay Dodd says, talk about the 1977 sci-fi epic classic starring Mark Hamill, Wizards, directed by Ralph Bakshi. What about it?
Yeah.
I'm aware of it. I've never seen it. It's sci-fi from the 70s that I love to consume, but I just haven't.
I saw it years ago. It's it's pretty good. I mean, it's a little slow paced, but the animation is interesting. Bakshi is a interesting animator, and it's a weird ending, as I recall, where spoiler spoiler, at the end when this wizard he's confronting the evil Nazi monster or whatever, and he pulls out a gun and shoots him. So I don't know, maybe he had magical defenses but nothing against a pistol. It was irony. I don't know.
I want to watch Heavy Metal again. I feel like I got to get the guys on my channel to do a Heavy Metal live stream. That movie's so dog shit, but I just enjoy it. You guys have seen it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's something else. But I'll check that out, Jay Dodd. I got a screenshot saved of Wizards. Midnight Cherry TV says, which original do you save? Beverly Hills Cop / Episode 6. For me, it's Beverly Hills Cop. Sorry, Return of the Jedi fans. I got my other 2 Star Wars movies saved. Return of the Jedi, I can live without it. Obviously, you guys are going to pick Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I'd pick Return of the Jedi.
I know, it's not even a comparison. Stone Cold Jeremy says, Yondu wasn't Whammon, yet he was Mary Poppins.
Yondu?
From Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Roman E says, that author can F off. Tolkien was a writing god.
Yeah, he was a talented guy, and I think it's a lot of horseshit, but they just love it. Here's this guy that's written something that nobody's paying attention to, and he got a little bit of fame by throwing shade at J.R.R. Tolkien. So,
the High Council.
Good on you, asshole. I don't know.
Mav Rocket says, Lord of the Rings was fundamentally about good versus evil. Orcs were fallen elves who had fallen to evil and represented evil.
Well, I guess. I'm not a Tolkien, nut or anything. I don't know all the ins and outs and lore and stuff. So I couldn't speak to that. I mean, if they're fallen elves, well, I don't know.
Nicholas Glenn, thank you very much. Thoughts on Slugfest, the 50-year war between Marvel and DC book? Thinking about getting it. EVS, how much of that could you go into, or were you a part of it?
Wait, what was the question?
Thoughts on the Slugfest, the 50-year war between Marvel and DC book? Thinking about getting it. EVS, how much of that could you go into, or were you a part of it?
I don't think I was a part of it, but I heard some stuff,
Like what?
Some stuff. Well, pretty serious. Like when you're out and you're talking to DC people and you're going, it'd be fun to do a Marvel DC crossover again. And you're with editorial, like high up people at DC, and they're just like, and you're like, whoa, it's like that, is it? It's like that. And it's never gonna happen. It's never. You're like, damn. And I know some more stuff too, but I'll leave it at that.
Ooh, behind the scenes stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
I took a screenshot of that because I want to read that book now. I always like to learn behind the scenes stuff. Mareth Dialine says, the funny thing is, in the Silmarillion, prequel to the Lord of the Rings, the orcs were originally elves and men who had corrupted and bred into the monsters we know by a malevolent archangel-like being. Lord of the Rings sounds cooler than I'll give it credit for, so maybe I should check this shit out.
There were good movies. Not The Hobbit, though. The Hobbit's horrible. Don't watch
it.
Any of the Hobbit.
I like it all. I thought it was all really good. Really good.
Really good?
No, really good. Yeah.
Okay. EVS seal of approval. That means a lot. That's not even sarcasm. Gateway into Comics says, submit to the High Council.
Indeed.
Aturia77 says, may Jeremy be with you all. Which Jeremy is the question we have for you guys.
Yeah.
Salvador. Lando when he meets BB-8 in episode 9. That droid is thick. Ugh. Simple Jeremy says, big swig of milk for the missing Jeremy.
Ah, yes. We will always remember him.
He was always coming at you with another video. Sometimes I do it just to amuse myself.
Yes.
Sketch Therapy says, reboot movies about erasing the old unwoke movies. Or reboot movies are about erasing the old unwoke movies.
Pretty much.
That's the case. They tried it with Star Wars. It just didn't work. We're here. We won't allow it.
That's right. The unwoke movies when they were more concerned about plot and character than political messages. The good old days.
Oh, man, we'll never have another quality film, Doomcock. You realize that?
Yeah, I'm worried about it. It's spreading and it's getting worse and worse.
Just nodding my head in disapproval. Armchair Warlord says Tolkien himself struggled with the orcs as evil, or as all evil.
Well,
Rainier. Oh, good.
Fuck, it's a kid story basically. I mean, it's not meant to be, socio-politically, complex, that, I don't know, whatever.
Rainier Engel says, hail Lord Doomcock. I'm sad and disappointed that I just joined in on the High Council late. Please accept my apologies and my money.
You are forgiven, my friend.
Oh, no, says Ethan.
Uh-oh.
Conflict. Kevin W. Clark says, LO Kryptonite 15 minutes ago. Just very late. It's okay. Oh, okay. Now we know what he's talking about. Chris Wick says, DVD, what timeline does Star Trek Discovery Prime or follow? Prime or Kelvin?
It would have to be Kelvin if anything, but I mean, it's even worse than the Kelvin. So I don't know what the hell it is. They try to say that it's Prime, but that's just such bullshit. It doesn't fit in any way into any iteration of Star Trek that came before. I mean, it's just stupid. It's badly written. There isn't a single character in there that is worth a squirt of piss. It's just one of the worst television shows that I've ever seen in my life because it is so stupid, fundamentally stupid. Not just bad Star Trek. It's just bad, period. So I can't understand how there's any fan base for it at all. I don't understand how anyone who's not a paid shill for CBS getting money from CBS actually likes this shit. It is absolutely a mystery to me. I don't know.
I love how I can hear you actively get angrier with each sentence. Each word, you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's like making me tense. Every time I think of that fucking thing, it makes me furious.
Let's see. We have the Super Smash Brothers candidates who says, it is fun as Spock only questions the song.
It is fun if Spock.
It is fun as Spock only questions the song.
What do you think that means?
I don't know. If Spock questions the song, the do the da, I find this illogical.
Mm-hmm.
Liquor Jim says, hail Lord Doomcock, since emerging you've unleashed the ultimate mechanical woman, Mecha Random 42, love, deposed, Les Moonves, and created your own seat on the High Council. What's next?
Global domination, and I'm hoping also to buy some more absinthe. I'm just about out.
Now, did you get the good stuff where you have to mix with the sugar cube and the water and all that?
Well, I've been using St. George absinthe. It's a really outstanding absinthe created by this company, St. George. They do really high-end, kind of herbal liquors. And, absinthe is kind of the ultimate herbal liquor. And you really don't need anything at all added to this absinthe. But I've heard that there's this one in Absinthe Vieux Pontarlier, which is a very historically accurate absinthe that I'm looking to score some of that soon. I just haven't had a chance to go up to the surface and go to a liquor store. But the country of origin is France, so I believe it might be a little more authentic than the U.S. stuff. I'm hoping.
Fragminion says, how much would you pay to see modern Lucas and Spielberg remake American Graffiti in a woke, broke way? I'm going to say $0.04.
I'd cut off one of my own toes to prevent that. So, yeah.
By the way, reviews for Aquaman are coming in. Dude, they're like A++, this movie. Are you kidding me? Aquaman is going to be a bigger hit than Wonder Woman.
Your name could have been on that movie, Ethan.
What did I do? I know. What a mistake. Wow. All right.
Fanatics of Film says, Lord of the Rings was written by a British person in England in 1937. He shouldn't be punished for writing a great story about good versus evil.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, what are we going to do? Go and purge our culture of all things that are not sufficiently woke?
And then eventually in the future, the things that are woke will probably get purged, and it just is all one big mess.
Yeah, and we'll have nothing at all.
Mark C says, speaking of amazing shitty movies, try Terrence Hill and Ernest Borgnine in Super Fuzz. It's about a cop that gets superpowers but loses them when he sees the color red. You sign me up for that one too. That sounds so dumb. I'll watch it.
That's very specific, isn't it?
Yeah, it's oddly specific, but I like it.
Yeah,
Plus, Ernest Borgnine's cool in my eyes.
Well, yeah. He's a weird-looking guy, but he's old school for sure.
Fanatics of Film says, Jeff, I'm working on a better edit of Kathleen Kennedy signing in for Porkins, crashing the franchise. Okay. I will watch that. All you got to do is tag me on Twitter. Nick runs our Twitter for the most part, but if you just say, like, or email it to us, worldclassbs@mail.com, I'll check it out, and I'll get a good laugh. So, Fanatics of Film, I'm waiting for that now. Kevin W. Clark says, did you know Harold Ramis and John Candy are in heavy metal, and Ivan Reitman produced and Elmer Bernstein did the music? Yes. John Candy was the voice of Den, as well as one of the robots, as well as Harold Ramis is one of the robots in the cocaine-snorting robot alien creatures. It is a very odd movie.
Yeah, it is. It's very strange.
Nicholas Glenn says, Jeff/EVS, can you give us an update on Stealing Solo and Cyberfrog?
Yeah, Cyberfrog is 15 pages away from completion. Obviously, it's late, but I think you'll like it. I think it looks good. I don't have a shipping date for it yet. It depends on the printer at this point, but I will let you know ASAP.
Stealing Solo is still on schedule. I have just paid my letterer for a chunk of the pages, so we're moving forward. I work on pages every day, with the exception of today because I had to make a video. But tomorrow, I will be back at it, and I don't know what to say besides it's coming along nicely, and I'm having a great time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like sleep.
Speaking of which, it's getting close to my bedtime. I've got to get up in the morning, so I think it's about time for me to retreat back to the center of the earth. And I just want to say thank you guys for having me on.
Appreciate you, Doomcock.
Thank
Lord
you,
Doomcock.
Hail you. Hail Doomcock.
Hail Ethan, hail Jeff, and you guys, hail the High Council, man.
All right, Doomcock, we'll be talking to you soon, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Let's see. We have a Curious77 that says, yeah. Robert McRae says, Hobbit movie may be bad compared to Lord of the Rings, but compared to anything Bad Robot, they are pretty good.
Yeah.
And then finally, the Super Smash Brothers candidate says, like you did in Thanksgiving, my lord, that Spock cannot sing Bohemian Rhapsody, only question the meaning of it. Also, the Go Tigers was about the team. Well, Doomcock has now left the building, Super Smash Brothers candidates, so I apologize that he left moments before we read your message.
I think he did it on purpose. I think he was dodging that question.
He doesn't like to talk about the Queen.
No.
So, Ethan, is there anything else you want to cover before we close this very long stream out?
Well, I just want to say God bless everyone in this chat. You guys are absolutely the best. Thank you so much for coming and supporting the High Council every single week. Next week it'll be Jeremy's channel, Geeks and Gamers. We'll see if he's here. Where is Jeremy, by the way? Did we address that?
He is at a undisclosed location in the Rockies.
Interesting. Okay, intriguing. But he'll be here next week, obviously, because it'll be on his channel, and we will see you guys then.
Yeah, so guys, 2 quick pieces of news. Saturday, I'll have my Star Wars live stream, 10 a.m. till whenever. We're going to be streaming all the movies, live commentaries. You'll have to supply your own copy of the film. And this Thursday night, World Class Bullshitters, the podcast, reaches episode 150. So at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure you're here on this channel. We're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of exciting things. And while you wait, check out my other videos, check out Ethan's other videos, and
hell yeah,
keep the High Council rolling.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
And fine. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, and appreciate Jeff and World Class Bullshitters. Go watch his new video. He's got a new video up right now talking. You have been going to Ollie's and just killing me with these Ollie's videos. They're hilarious. I don't know what it is. I love the depression, the depressing kind of aspect of things that just didn't sell. It's so funny. That new video is great. I was halfway through it when High Council started, so I'm gonna go back and finish that video.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it because I enjoy making those. Some people don't get the irony or the subtle humor, but you do, and that's what matters to me.
Oh my God, you just got a $500 super chat.
What? Jesus! Whoa! Holy crap! Salvador says, "Did he bring an extra pair of gloves?" And then Chris Wick says, "EVS, what is the future of comics, digital and print, and why?" But we'll get to that in a second. Let's get to Paul Godin right away. Paul, wow, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you to World Class Bullshitters, WCBS, for showing me that there are other people who hated The Last Jedi. I watched it and then went on the crappiest deployment ever with no outlet. I didn't realize how much it affected me until I got on YouTube one day and typed in Star Wars into the search and found your site. Thank you."
Amazing.
Wow, Paul. Thank you,
Paul.
That was giant, dude. Whew.
I'm glad you waited.
Yeah. That was
a nice super chat at the end there.
What a great way to go to bed. It's like, oh man, awesome. No, but Paul, I couldn't imagine not having the outlet. I wasn't deployed, so I don't have that comparison. But in 2015 with The Force Awakens, I had that, and I didn't feel like anyone else felt the way I did. And I was surrounded by people that, "Oh, I love the movie. It's so great. I'm going to buy it. I fucking love it. I'll fight you over it," type of shit. My kids like it. It's a great movie. And then The Last Jedi just came out, and so many people just kind of, woke up to that. But I'm glad that we helped you, Paul, have an outlet for your anger towards Star Wars, because Star Wars is very personal to all of us. We all enjoy it a different way, but we can all agree, we can all come together with the fact that they fucked it up with The Last Jedi. Disney has done nothing but bad for Star Wars, and the best, most positive thing is this community's come together.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Absolutely.
Oh my God! Wow, I don't really know what to say besides thank you, Paul. That was awesome. I've never received a $500 super chat.
It's big time.
I know. I feel like I'm now like Ethan and Jeremy. I'm in the big times.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Chris Wicks wanted to know, is the future of comics digital or print, Ethan?
It's, boy, I don't know. It's a mixture of both. It's like saying, is the future of television DVDs or digital? I don't know. I'm not sure. There's always going to be, comics are always going to be physical, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. You'll have a blend of both, but there's something about picking up a book and just reading it.
Yeah, that's how
it's part of the art form, man. It's part of the art form. It's like painting on canvas. People will be doing it forever.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I'd like to take this time to say thank you again to everybody, especially Paul Godin. Holy shit. I'm still blown away by that, man. I am still blown away by that. I'm going to take a screenshot of that, not to show about the amount of money, but to read the message a couple of times, because I'm a sucker for people saying, "Oh man, I really love, you helped me realize I wasn't alone in this and that. So that's a lot of fun for me too on a personal level. But Ethan, you have anything else, or you want me to just say goodbye?
You can say goodbye to these people. We appreciated them. They're awesome. It's time to move on.
It is time to move on, folks. Subscribe to World Class Bullshitter. Subscribe to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Subscribe to Overlord DVD, and give our buddy Jeremy a shout out over on Geeks and Gamers. He's a great dude. This is a great community. You are great listeners and great friends to all of us. So thank you. And until next week, catch you next time.